What's up, chat? What's going on? Welcome back to another Monday stream here. Still figuring out the name. Don't really know yet what the plan is going forward, but tonight's two new guests are Star Wars Sith. We got Tony, and we got Diamond Figs. We got Will. So give them a big round of applause. Give them a big hello in the chat, and spam some emojis if you can. I already see some of you are pretty excited that they're here. So what's up, guys? What's going on?
Chilling, man. How you doing tonight?
I'm good. Just pretending like we haven't talked.
I know.
I always do that. I'm like, it's just, but you gotta do it. We got some of your boys in the chat right now.
Noah, what up?
What's up, Noah?
Retney.
What's up, dude?
Retney?
Mariana.
Oh, we could get
right off the bat with the
right
Gina
off the bat,
tweet.
dude. Okay, hey guys, what did you think of Gina's tweets? She's actually revealed a lot about Lucasfilm and Disney and KK thoughts. We'll get into it tonight for sure. Definitely have a lot to say about it. I was gonna make a video on it, but we can do that here too as well with the boys. If you guys want to check out their channels, I linked it in the description. Star Wars Sith and Diamond Figs. In my opinion, you know, there are a lot of different content creators that come and go in this space, and I've been around since pretty much the beginning, over 7 years now. And I gotta say that I really like their content and how they conduct themselves, and just how they speak. You know, they're not totally one side, not totally the other side, and they're not fence riders. They kind of just see things the way they come, and they kind of just assess the situation as, in my opinion, you guys are more so like prequel and original fans, but you are open to everything else that comes in.
Yep.
Yeah. So tell everyone about yourselves a little bit, whoever wants to start.
Pop off, Tony.
I knew he was going to do that. He does that every live,
time,
every show.
Mhm.
All right, guys. So, Theory, first of all, I appreciate that a lot. That means a lot coming from you, especially because, like, you're the most honest, real person on the internet. So, like, that means a lot. So, thank you for that. But I'm Tony. My channel is Star Wars Sith 66. So, I actually started my channel about a year and a half ago, and I started it to cover Star Wars Celebration because I love going to Celebration. And, like, a lot of people, you know, they didn't know about Star Wars Celebration. So, I kind of made my channel to kind of show them like what it is, how to get tickets, how to get into the panels. And then once I was there, I did vlogs and stuff like that. And when I'm not doing celebration stuff, I'm kind of just covering everything. A lot of like toy hunting, unboxings, reaction videos, news, some theory videos, like a little bit of everything. But I just love Star Wars. And like, it was like 2 years ago when I realized that like you could do this as a job, seeing like Theory doing it. And once I realized that like this is his job, like this is what he does, like you can do it.
Yeah.
And I just started to record because I've been doing this my whole life. So why not hit the record? So
Absolutely.
yeah.
That's cool.
What about you, Will?
Now you're here.
That's pretty much the same thing for me. I'm a cheese ball. I'm a ham. So like I was getting in front of camera anyway. I went to school for film and television. So
Cool.
this is like a good outlet for me to do all that. And rather than me sitting in this room just yelling at the wall about Star Wars or bothering my wife about it, who loves Star Wars, but not when I'm like pausing the movie 100,000 times. Well, do you see that? Did you see that? Like a nerd. But so this is a cool way. And like I live in South Florida, so there's not really a whole lot of Star Wars nerds around here.
Okay.
If I drive like 3 hours north, Tony, I'll be by you.
Yeah, Florida. I mean, shout out anybody in Florida, from Florida in the chat. I know there's a ton of Star Wars fans over there. So my demographics are definitely California. My biggest in the world is California.
Word.
And my second biggest, which is like right next to it, is New York.
New York.
Ooh.
Yeah. In fact, maybe New York might even be bigger right now. But then after that, I think Florida hits. They're like, in terms of cities, but in terms of states, the countries, it's like US, UK, whatever, Germany, Canada.
Yeah. But, there's a ton of Star Wars creators in Florida. I mean, Tony and I just did a live earlier before this, and like Will's from Florida, you and I, there's a bunch, obviously Ricky, like there's a ton of dudes who we're friends with. Andrea, they're all from Florida, but like over here where I am in South Florida, I'm in Naples, so like all of the fun nightlife of Miami, which you would know about. You were partying in Miami a couple.
I wasn't partying, man.
I don't know, dude.
Like 4 or 5 days.
When that stream turned off, I don't know what you're doing on here late at night. But yeah, so if you take Miami and you just take your finger and go right across the map to Naples, this is like the retirement home capital of the world. So, really old Star Wars fans.
So it's quiet.
There's not a whole lot of nightlife. Like right now, if I was to go outside in the street, there'd be nobody.
It's a good place to record.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, so from Florida initially, and yeah, just talking about Star Wars, dude. Obviously, you're a big inspiration for that, but yeah.
Well, I appreciate that, man. Before we get into the topics for tonight, which we've got a lot to talk about, chat, you guys got a lot of cool stuff behind you. So I'm going to say, choose one of your favorite things behind you that you can't live without and just showcase it for a second or talk about it.
Tony, try not to pick Shin.
I'm prepared. No, I got something dope. I was hoping something like this would come up because the story on how I got this for retail is crazy. So for me, it's going to be this Obi-Wan Kenobi Funko Pop, right? So they only made 3,000. It released in 2020 online only, but sold out, and I missed it. So then it started to go for like $1,000, which is wild. I'm not going to pay $1,000. I went to Anaheim Celebration 2022. And they saved some from the online release and had them at the Celebration Show store. So we got in on VIP night early, and I saw it on a little stand, and I ran over to it. I grabbed it, and I bought it for $15 when it was like $1,000 on eBay. So like, I never thought I would own this, but this bad boy right here.
That's sick. I think I got completely screwed on a Funko, and I don't even really collect them, but there was one I just had to have, and let me try to find it. Will, yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So where am I? Right here. This print right there of the really sick tattoo art Death Trooper right here. That was done by my boy Chris, who is a tattoo artist, and he does really sick Japanese style art. That's an original from him. He's doing this because he's doing another painting for me with Maul's head and Savage Press's head, and it's all like Japanese art. So yeah, that's my number one thing, and it's right there, guys. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, that thing is beautiful. I can't wait to see the Maul and Savage one you're getting, bro.
I know, dude.
I need you to photocopy that for me.
I'm trying to get him to sell prints of them, my guy Chris, but I don't know. I'm gonna have the only one for quite some time, which will be sick.
You are. Shout out to everyone in the chat, though. I see Darth Hu Yang in there. I see Jake James in there.
Andrew Haley.
Andrew, what up? Benjamin, what up?
This is a fun one, dude.
Yeah, I have no idea where it is, but it's the it's not my most rare thing, but it's the Order 66 Cody Funko.
Oh, I got that. Yeah.
How much is that worth?
Now maybe like 80 to 100, but it was a Walgreens exclusive, so it was a pain to get. What'd you pay for it?
No.
How much?
500.
No, bro. Damn, bro.
Yeah,
that's messed up. That's messed up. Yeah.
I know.
It's damn, bro.
I know. I got gypped. It was on Amazon.
Oh, don't do that, bro. No.
I know, this was years ago.
Yeah.
Tony's the deal guy. Like, I'll buy something and I'll send him a picture like, hey, look what I got. And he's like, dude, you should have waited 2 months. It'll be on clearance on Target, blah, blah, blah. This date, you'll get it. And then it'll be like, he just got something the vintage collection Endor Scout Troopers. What'd you get him, like, for $4 a piece at Target?
I got them for like $5. It should have been $44.99, but they didn't ring up. So $5, yeah, that's a steal. I always tell you to wait, Will.
Yeah, I know. But whatever. What are you gonna do?
You should have came to this convention I was at a couple weeks ago. They had like some of the oldest stuff from the 90s.
Oh, yeah?
Guys had like, yeah. And I saw for the first time the Jango Fett Sideshow collectible. Never seen that one in person.
Ooh. The hot toy?
Nice. No, statue.
Oh, the statue. Oh, yeah. That's dope. There's a show like that here in Florida this Saturday in Tampa called the Florida Extravaganza Toy Show. And I always find old random stuff there. Like, I can't wait to go.
Yeah. Those collectors got some pretty sweet stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm assuming you guys saw the South Park thing.
Oh my God, bro!
I saw yours, and then I didn't see it on YouTube really quickly afterwards.
I know, it got taken down real quick, real fast.
Yeah, yours did, but not everybody's.
I know. Paramount, man, Paramount. But yeah, I mean, personally, I'm really happy that something like this came out because now it's like not just toxic fanboys that they like to constantly label us or me as, or people like me that really detest, the direction she's taken Star Wars and Lucasfilm. it's nice to see that there are someone as big as South Park to be making that. But then there's people online being like, well, they're actually just making fun of guys like us. And it's like, I don't see how that's even remotely possible. But
Yeah, I don't see it like that at all.
maybe when Cartman like dressed up as her, I mean, potentially, but I don't know. I just don't think so. But I think, you know, maybe they're playing both sides, if anything. But
yeah,
personally, I think it needed to happen. I think a lot more needs to be said with bigger companies that kind of like throw satire at whatever's going on in Hollywood. And I think, you know, Star Wars has been in a really unfortunate position for a bit now. But then there's the good stuff that came with The Mandalorian and all that, which we're going to get into Gina's post in a second here. But what'd you guys make of that whole thing?
I thought it was crazy. Like everything they said was pretty accurate. Like most people can agree with it, but it was hilarious, man. And like you said, I'm glad that someone else said it. That way, it's not just it's just the YouTubers, it's just the content creators. Like,
yeah,
it was wild. And when we get to Gina's tweet, that bro, I already never had an issue with her really, but now I have so much more respect for her, and we'll talk about that in a bit.
Yeah, I think like the best thing is when you see something on South Park, and obviously South Park like makes fun of all ends of things, which is good comedy in my opinion. Like that's what it's supposed to be. But it's very hard to watch that and not think it comes from one side in terms of opinion. The whole Kathleen Kennedy thing, it's also just hilarious. Like you can't watch that no matter what side you're on and not laugh at it, dude. Like that's they did when she walks in the room and she sees the stone and there's an Iron Man suit and like all the stuff lined up. Dude, such a good like what Matt and Trey are their names, the guy who write for South Park?
I'm not sure.
I think it's Trey Parker, Matt Stone, I think are their names. Like dude, South Park is a pillar in comedy, and like people will look at it and be like, oh, it's a cartoon, it's for kids, it's not funny, and like, oh, it's raunchy, but there's always a reason why it's funny. So if there's enough Star Wars fans who are talking about it that it gets to the writers of South Park, I think obviously there's a reason why it's so loud, regardless of who they're making fun of. You know what I mean? Yeah, Matt Stone and Trey Parker, they're good dudes. From Colorado, I think too. But yeah, that's.
Oh, did they do the same thing?
I don't remember seeing an Indiana Jones clip.
Oh,
obviously not blown up the way they did. I think the last time I remember South Park making fun of something Disney related was like when they did the Mickey Mouse on stage thing. Do you remember that bit where it's like Mickey and he's in a business suit and he's like, everybody needs to listen to me, and he's running around. That I think that was the last time where like I've seen like other content creators who are making fun of like Disney as the you got to listen to the mouse. Use that photo of South Park Mickey Mouse in a business suit holding a briefcase.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's. I mean, look, if they're talking about it, it's validated. What's interesting is all of the people saying like, oh, they're like what you said, they're making fun of fanboys.
Like it's so weird. These guys always like try to turn things around and be like, no, they're actually trying to make fun of you. Haha, you don't see it. It's like,
yeah.
Did you watch the episode? Like, did you see what it was Kathleen Kennedy? And I mean, you could take anything from any certain point of view, I guess, with Cartman doing that, but I don't think that was really the point. And those guys are George Lucas fans from what chat's saying. So
yeah.
They also did it when Disney bought Lucasfilm. I think the funniest one that I saw, I remember when I was a kid, was Family Guy, when they had Walt Disney up there and Minnie Mouse. You want to be a star, don't you?
Yeah.
Dude, it was so rough to see as a kid because I was like a huge Disney fan.
Oh yeah.
And then you know, I think it's changed, but
it's good though that you make fun of stuff like that. Like there's no point of the Family Guy Star Wars specials where I'm like, oh, I'm mad at you for making fun of Star Wars. It made me like Star Wars more. You know what I mean?
Like, you can't even make fun of anything anymore. People get offended. It's like, you're triggering me. It's like, well, too bad. That's life.
Sorry.
Like, well, sorry you got triggered. That's not my fault.
Yeah.
It's you for being too soft.
And that's another thing too with like Kathleen Kennedy and people saying like, oh, the fanboys, they're making fun of the fanboys is like, I can't imagine Kathleen Kennedy watched that and was happy about it. You know what I
If they
mean? Like,
wanted
oh,
to-
they got him.
Dude, if they wanted to make fun of the fanboys, they would have not made Kathleen Kennedy look like that.
Yeah.
And they would have
Yeah.
just totally like made fun of like what they did in the new Scream movie that came out.
Oh, I didn't see
Did you
it.
guys see that?
The one
No,
in New
dude.
York?
No, the one where they're talking about the Last Jedi constantly.
No way.
You guys got to see this, man.
Oh.
No
Dude,
way.
Twitter
I
was
had
up and
no
up.
idea.
So because I don't like that movie, so many people on Twitter were like putting my head on parts of the movie as like the nut job.
Yeah.
And you could tell like the studio executives there were like 100% gunning for people who just didn't like that film. Anybody who didn't like that film. And they
Damn.
really painted them in this light of like psychotic murderers. It was
Wow.
wild to see. I remember just watching it. I'm just like laughing. I'm like, there's no way that they would do this. And I was looking at my friend, and it was just, yeah, it was funny. It was a funny time.
That's
But
so funny.
You guys got to watch that one because you'll be
I'm
like,
gonna check it out.
"Oh, fuck." Yeah, exactly.
I had no
I don't know
idea.
if it's chat. Is it the latest one that came out, or is it?
No, someone in chat said it's the 5th one. I think the latest one was the 6th one.
It's the 5th one.
The 5th
okay,
one,
so
the 5th one.
chat.
Wow.
You guys remember that one, right? That was freaking wild, dude. That was crazy. I remember watching that. I was just like, there's no way that they would put this in there and make us look like anybody who doesn't like The Last Jedi to look like these
Yeah.
psychotic murderers. Anyway,
Dude, that's so, and like, that's it too, is like, if, once again, the validation, if other franchises are making
Right.
fun of it, obviously it's big enough and it's loud enough that it probably holds some water. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
yeah, I know, but
But we're
I don't know,
always going to
man.
be told that we're incorrect and we're grifters and whatever.
yeah, as you guys enter the space more and more, and you get bigger and bigger, you'll start to see things will, you'll pick up more love and more hate at the same time, and it's just
Oh yeah.
it'll be interesting. Yeah,
100%.
how many subs do you guys have right now? I think
I'm at like 4,200 right now.
okay,
23.9.
23.9, 23,
K.
like 2,390.
Yeah.
So
No, he's 23,000.
23,900.
23,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. Okay, cool.
Shorts are crazy, bro.
Is that what's doing it for you?
Bro, videos flop. Like long form videos, anything that's filmed horizontally will flop. But shorts, I'll post a video as just a regular post,
Mhm.
and it'll get like 100 views, and then I'll post the same thing and it'll get like 1.3 million views. As
Wild,
as a
man.
short. And I'm like,
Awesome.
why am I going to keep putting my effort into at least as a smaller creator, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You would know better than I would, but like,
So Nick is my boy. He's goes by Toxic, and
Oh, toxic.
oh, what's up,
Yes.
dude? Yeah, he's always in chat.
Yeah.
So he handles the Star Wars Theory Plus channel. He's now taking the Fast Facts and Fantasy Theory channel.
Word.
And bro, maybe we can try some shorts too. Just on the Plus channel and just like hammer it. The stuff that maybe like the posts that you make, turn them into vertical shorts if you can as well, and just like hammer it, bro.
Yeah, dude.
I think that could maybe also do well. But anyways. Yeah, no, these guys have accomplished a lot. I'm telling you, man. Like, and that's the thing with this
Thank
space. We're going to Gina's tweet in a second here, but that's the thing with this space is that there's so many creators now.
Oh yeah.
When I was around, but there was no TikTok, there was no nothing. It was just like maybe like 4 other YouTubers.
Yeah.
And it was like a
Yeah.
really poppin' time. It was like when The Force Awakens had already come out and Rogue One was going to come out. So it was just like, everything was buzzing. So now it's like, everyone kind of sees that you can make money making Star Wars content. So you get a lot of disingenuous people. You get a lot of people who
Yeah.
are fans, but you also get a lot of shills. And I think something that Disney is doing, they're picking up a lot of the small guys
Mm-hmm.
to kind of like capture them right off the bat.
Yeah.
Own them. The way I
hell
like to
no.
think of it. So also, to you guys, I want to publicly tell you that if you get involved with me, that there is that potential chance that Disney won't want to work with you because there's been a lot of people.
Bye.
There's been a lot of people who have wanted to work with me, and then Disney would step in and say, "Hey, like you work with him, nope, it's not going to happen for you anymore."
Well,
That's
we're
what
already
they
here,
told me, at least,
so unless
I know,
Bob
I'm saying
Iger
if-
gives me a call,
if this becomes a regular thing, I'm just saying.
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
dude.
So-
Here's the thing: I don't care who's writing the check. It's all about who is telling the truth at the end of the day. So if it's somebody who I agree with, do I agree with all of everybody's opinions all the time? No. There are some, as Darth Melvin would say, some Disney shills that I really agree with on some topics. But like, that's just part of the fandom, dude. It's your opinion. Just have some fun and watch Star Wars. You know what I mean? It sucks that a lot of it is brought into it. And especially for you, dude, like anything that happens Star Wars related, they go, what will Theory think about this? Or, oh, I already know what Theory is going to think about this. Those are the two options you see on Twitter. So it's like, you're in a hard spot too.
Yeah.
No, I don't care, dude.
Oh, I know that, but
I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
You know, I'm always gonna be like singing my tune the way I see it, but you know, as respectfully as I can. So
yeah.
Anyways, let's go ahead and check out Gina's long tweet. She's really outing a lot that went on, I guess, behind the scenes, but doing it in such like a super legal way where no one can really grab her on it.
Yeah.
I'm sure she's signed a lot of like NDAs and stuff like that, right?
Yeah. It's crazy looking at this and being like, I want to know if stuff like this was built into their contracts. You know what I mean? Before they sign on.
Dude, I'm sure, man. I'm sure.
Like all of the stuff with like who you can and can't follow. Like I know there's some other, like I've heard stories of kids who were on Disney Channel, right? And this is, I mean, Disney Channel's not as big as it was when like what I was in middle school or whatever, but those kids listening to them interviews now is like, I had to start a Twitter account because I was on Disney Channel and they forced me to start social media so they could start monitoring you while you were doing it, which is wild, dude.
Yeah. I know. It's crazy. I got some crazy stories that like I don't even want to say public. I'll tell you guys after, but
I'm excited.
Just from what I've heard from people. But I mean, it is what it is. I just at the end of the day hope that Star Wars is going to be maybe purchased by Apple, which would be nice.
Yeah. Oh, and I said it to Tony beforehand. I almost brought a birthday cake on. Congratulations, happy birthday! This is the day that George Lucas signed over Star Wars to Bob Iger, wasn't it today? A couple years.
It was today. It's 10 years. Today's D-Day, bro.
Yep. I was Theory. I told Tony beforehand. I was this close to bringing a birthday cake with Kathleen Kennedy's face on it. Of just like, oh well, happy birthday. We did it.
I guess I was wrong. There was no danger at all.
Oh my God. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
10 years to the day today.
10 years to
it's
the
wild.
day, bro.
And like
the shroud of the dark side has fallen.
Dude, and I know obviously we've all seen it, but like George being like, yeah, it's in good hands. And I gave them 3 movies and 100 books and all of this stuff. It's like
we have no source material though, so it's, you know.
That is just ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
Oh
or
my God.
What was the one conference she was at where she was like, oh yeah, George never wrote any scripts. George never gave us any scripts.
She's full of shit.
Yeah. She's
she
full
lies
of it, man.
constantly. Just constantly lies. And just out of touch. Very out of touch person. But anyways.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
You know, I don't think Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau are perfect by any means, but I think they are the most perfect thing that we have left.
Yep.
And I don't think anybody's going to be perfect because they're never going to be George Lucas. But I think, you know, as long as they have his teachings and they have his respect in mind, man, I think, you know, Star Wars will at least have some hope. You know, and it's like right now, it's kind of like the Empire. You know, you got the rebels, you know, you got, and I don't like to paint it like this because I know John and Dave like are close with Kathy and they work with Lucasfilm and they're very tight. You know, they're all in the same family, right? But the way I see things is that they're just different. And they think differently and they have a different understanding of it. And they may say one thing, but at the end of the day, they do what they feel is right for the story and right for what George created. And I think that's really the most important thing. So we'll see what happens, man. I don't know.
It's interesting to see the creators in Star Wars who are coming up. And obviously Dave is a big one, but like, it's always a good sign. What's up, Jesse? It's always a good sign when the creators, like at Star Wars Celebration and they're on a panel, when they reference George, it's like always a good thing of like, obviously we're all here because of George, you know what I mean? And there's not a lot of them who do that. And I feel like there was a while too, outside of Filoni and like behind the scenes stuff where people just weren't talking about George as like, oh yeah, this is the maker, this is the whole reason we're here. So it's cool to see when creators do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. And it's like nobody else is talking about them, it's nice. So
Yeah.
anyways, let's go ahead and read this thing. So it's going to be a long one. I don't know if you guys have you guys seen her tweet?
There's 2 of them. You got both of them, right?
2 of them.
Well,
Yeah,
there's
she
the
tweeted
one that
another
she,
one.
the one that she quote tweeted, and then there's the long one.
Oh, I blocked this fool a long time ago.
Oh, so that is the quote tweeted one? Because there's one
think
where
so.
she says
Do you want to
something.
bring it up?
I can. Yeah, let me put it in chat. I'll put it in the chat
Because
I
she
think
said some
there's
crazy
definitely
stuff.
Well, no.
Yeah.
If you go share screen, then I can share yours.
Oh, let me see.
If you go
Let me pull it
present, you guys use StreamYard ever?
Yeah, dude.
Yep.
Yeah,
All the
just go
time.
present.
Let me pull it up first. Let's see, Gina Carano.
Yeah, because that second tweet, some of the stuff she said in there, I was like, yo, what? That is
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah, there's a lot being exposed for
A lot.
Share screen. Here we are. Okay. You can see that?
I can see that.
Yeah. Okay. So there was this one.
Oh, right, this one.
The
Yeah,
one
yeah,
where
yeah.
where she quote tweets
The first one, yeah.
the clip
Yeah.
and goes off, and like this was like a fraction of what she wrote in the other one.
In the other one, the other one she went out on it. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the one where she talks about like calling like people racist for what they like, and kind of why, like, repeat that the South Park creators are racist, bigot, transphobes, and demand the South Park creators publicly apologize by only using words she approves of. And like,
wild, man.
yeah. And it's like, regardless of it be, obviously we're in the Star Wars space, like regardless of it being Kathleen Kennedy, like that anybody is put under that kind of censorship, I'm always out on, dude, no matter what it is. That's like,
it's bullshit, dude. I mean, like, you should be able to speak freely, and I feel like you can't nowadays, because you're afraid of losing your job or your career or whatever it might be. It's like, that's. I can understand the allure for people who are kind of like starting YouTube and starting this and that because they want to be liked by everybody, because they want to grow big, and that's like the fastest way they think that can happen is to pander to everyone.
Yeah.
But I kind of take solace in the fact that I've already kind of established my channel, so I can just kind of say whatever the hell I want. And I don't really, well, not that I ever really cared or worried about it, but it's like, if you're not going to like me, you're not going to like me. That's kind of like, well, that's life. But at the same time, it's refreshing because it's like, dude, fuck, whatever.
Yeah.
Follow me. I don't care.
It's wild, dude. So there's this one.
And I feel like Gina's in that same position right now, so.
Yeah. Gina's like
she doesn't care, bro.
She doesn't. From what she said in the other one, especially about, they said something about they told her she can't follow certain people. She needs to unfollow certain people. Bro, that's ridiculous. Like, I would never want to work for a company that did that.
Bro,
for some added context.
That's the people who are like, yo, like, I like you. I can't work with you.
Yeah, like, what?
There have been some interviews that I've wanted to have for The Mandalorian. People like from the show reach out to me and be like, hey, like get me on your show. And then I announce it, and then Lucasfilm like steps in or whatever to them and is like, hey, like, yeah, full on, bro.
I wonder if there's ever going to be a point where like everything flips 180. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
if
think so.
There's ever going to be a point where it just hits a wall.
For sure.
But
for sure.
I don't know. I mean, what would cause that? Like a Disney buyout? Like Apple would be in charge?
Or probably like a new leadership, but like not a stand-in for Kathleen Kennedy, but someone who's completely new.
Yeah.
How much you think of that staff? You think that's on Lucasfilm staff right now would change with the buyout?
So what happened with the staff, from what I've heard, is that a whole bunch of the OGs got canned, they got fired, and a whole bunch of Disney people came in.
That's so crazy. And it's that, see, stuff like that too is like, there were 6 films that happened, and obviously the Clone Wars and stuff. And it's like, they're always trying to, I mean, you look at The Force Awakens, how many callbacks to A New Hope are in that movie? Why didn't you just keep the people on who made it originally? They'd probably know how to do it the best, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't know. That's always weird. And two, like they'll on Disney Plus, they'll make all this stuff like the gallery episodes and all that of like, oh, this is the archival, this is the history of Lucasfilm. And it's like, but if you canned all of those people who were like the heart of that history, you don't have Lucasfilm without those people. So like, if you gave them the shaft, I mean, like, I don't know.
I know, bro. No, I agree. I've talked to guys that are just like, I got let go. I got canned. I was there for however many years, and I got let go.
Yeah. When you and Mark were doing those Rule of Two interviews, those were the best, dude.
Bro, the best, man.
Yeah. No one was getting those guys on. Those guys were the OGs. Those were like the classic OGs. We were talking about potentially doing a convention with those guys, like all the classic OG guys.
That'd be sick.
Yeah, a lot of money.
There's probably some hoops that you'd have to jump through legal wise too, right?
No.
Really?
No.
Oh, because I guess they can just sign on and be wherever they want, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
They don't work for Lucasfilm anymore.
Yeah.
That's true.
They're just being signed on as a guest to meet their fans.
I wonder how long, well, at the time when they were working on Lucasfilm, like, and obviously George was ahead of his time with a lot of stuff. I wonder if there were any like big NDAs during that time, like around the original 6, you know what I mean? Even the first 3.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure there were. I mean, look what happened to Dave Prowse.
Yeah. I always forget about that, dude.
Yeah. So, may he rest in peace. But yeah, I mean, like.
Yeah. And then this tweet, like, I told this to Tony before stream.
Absolutely.
Like, as much as like, do I agree with everything in this? I don't know. There's a lot that I'm like, a lot of red flags pop up when you read this. I love the passion that comes with it. And I will say, this fired me up more than the Marva speech at the end of Andor. Reading this, dude, I was ready to like run through a wall after this. I was like, all right, Gina, what's up?
Yeah.
Fight the Empire, you know?
No, I like Gina, man. I've always liked her. She speaks her mind. She's real, and she's not, bought, and that's cool.
Yeah.
And especially for like a hot chick to be like that, it's like it's very rare nowadays. They're all just a bunch of shills. And what's like robots.
Yeah, dude. It's
when I read the second one, I was like, man, the lady balls on her. Like, shout out to her, because like doing something this drastic guarantees you'll never work for Disney and Lucasfilm again. And she clearly doesn't care, and she's fine with it. And that's awesome that she took a stance and like that's it, like said her piece.
Yeah.
So shout out to Gina for sure.
There's something really respectable when someone just does not care what the masses think.
Yeah.
And I've always found that to be super, just cool. To be honest, like it's just people aren't like that. Everyone wants to be liked by everyone nowadays. Like you can't say this, you can't say that, you can't trigger this person, can't trigger that. It's like shut the fuck up. Just talk, speak your mind.
Yep, that's impossible nowadays, man. There's just so many haters. The people that love you, half of them will love you, half of them will hate you. That's just how it is now, man.
Yeah, just the way it is. That's okay, and that's not necessarily a representation of who you are, but it's a representation of how people perceive you.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's okay.
What was wild to me about the Gina stuff is like how quickly I saw a ton of tweets where people were like, oh, how can you even say this? Your acting was so bad on Mando. I loved Gina on Mando. I thought she did a great job. It's so weird how people how quickly people flip up. You know what I mean?
Everyone's a goddamn Rotten Tomatoes critic now.
Critic, yeah.
Like,
getting paid to write reviews.
Yeah, literally. Like, just everyone's an acting coach. Everyone's a goddamn script writer. Everyone, it's just like, whatever, dude.
Yeah, just enjoy it for what it is. Like, Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, the sequel trilogy. Let's just enjoy it for what it is.
Oh no, not like that, not like that.
No.
Theory. Tony and I were talking the other day about the sequels. I think it was last week when we were live. We were talking about it, and we were like, "Is there?" Because when I was in second grade when Revenge of the Sith came out, so like, I don't remember a time. I don't remember all of the prequel hate, you know what I mean? When people were like, oh, the prequels are the worst and all that stuff. I was too young. I was too busy playing Lego Star Wars in my living room, like, hey, this is too cool. But it's been what, 24 years since we said, Tony, 24 years since Phantom Menace came out,
Yep.
is like, will there be a time in 24 years, maybe 300 years, where people flip up on the sequels, kind of like those people did on the prequels? And I know that's my thing, is like, so. I think as a fan, I'm like, will there ever be a time where I flip up on something? I don't know. And I always possible. Say, I wish I liked them. You know what I mean?
Me too.
Yeah.
Dude, I wish I liked them. Are you kidding me? My channel would be like 10 million times more successful if I liked them. You know how much more content I could make?
Yeah.
You know how much more content I'd want to make? Dude, it'd be so much. But I don't. I think they're really blasphemous. I think they're to George Lucas. I just don't think that they're real Star Wars. And I think it's just what a money-hungry company created out of lust and greed for cash. And they didn't really understand like where the story is or like how to make it or what these characters really mean. They're just, full of shit at the end of the day.
It's wild, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with the 3 films.
You know, and the reason why I say like I don't think in the future people will really like switch up is because there are so many new Star Wars fans that I've met that watch Star Wars from, you know, 1 to 3 and then 3 to or 4 to 6, and then they watch the sequels and they're like, I love the first 6 films. I hated the sequel trilogy. I don't even understand. It just feels different to me. And I'm like, well, if new Star Wars fans who have no preconceived notion of what this story is like are saying this, then I can't imagine this aging well in the future. You know, I just don't think so. Because it's just, it's literally like a completely different formula, and it's just a watered down story that's disconjointed and really poorly written in so many different ways. And like how you build up these characters in the first 6 films, you know, and then play them off like they're nothing.
Yeah.
Then completely change their character off screen, I think is something that will never age well in time. I don't care if it's, 10 years or 100 years or 1,000 years. People will look at this and be like, what the fuck happened? Like, this doesn't make any sense. Now, you're getting people like us who have read Legends and comics and seen the cartoons and all this and that. And so you've kind of already got this preconceived notion of who these guys are, and then they completely change that again off screen, like drastically, and you're just like, well, Han Solo's a loser now, Luke is a bitch. What the hell happened? Palpatine returned, so what does that mean?
Yep.
I mean, if he was going to return, I was hoping they would have done it in like a way where he was just so much younger.
Yeah.
And he found a way to transfer his essence into a younger body.
Like Dark Empire, right?
Yeah, at least that would, as weird as that comic was, it was cool.
It's weird, dude.
Yeah, right? But at least it would have been, okay, fine. We've got a different version of Palpatine. He's a little more powerful. He did the same thing as always. And he did it to Mace Windu. He does it to Rey or whatever. And it's just like, this is such a cheap move. It's just like, at the time I was like, okay, yeah, cool, because all the Jedi are there, but they're not.
Yeah.
And it's just, it was, I don't know, bro. Just mad about it.
So I was watching some NBA highlights, and they were interviewing that new rookie on the San Antonio Spurs, Victor Wemby, and they asked him like, what is he a fan of? Because he's from France, so now he's in America. So they asked him, and he's like, oh, Star Wars, I love Star Wars, right? And they were like, oh, what's your favorite Star Wars movie? He was like, oh, my favorite movie. He's like, well, the last 3, they don't count. I don't like the last 3. That was the first thing he said off rip in the interview, and then he was like, Revenge of the Sith, Attack of the Clones, and Empire Strike Back is his top 3. So it was cool to hear that someone coming from France who wasn't born speaking English and off rip, oh, the last 3 movies I don't like. He like started off with that, which was wild.
Yeah, and it's true, man. The last 3 movies they're just not part of it. I just really don't understand it, but hey, hopefully, we get a positive move in the right direction here and things will change. I think Tales of the Sith, I think in animation we haven't missed.
Bro, yes.
Like
facts.
Clone Wars Season 7.
Resistance.
Tales of the Jedi. I never watched it.
Well,
yeah.
I didn't watch that shit.
I watched the trailer and I was like, I'm out.
Literally. I watched the trailer. I'm like, I'm not watching this.
Yep.
I don't care about the characters. I don't care about I didn't like the animation. Just wasn't into it.
Yeah.
And I don't need to watch everything that has a Star Wars logo stamped on it. I don't need to know everything about everything in the Star Wars universe. I select the main course. George said the first 6 films and the Clone Wars is Star Wars.
Yep.
Everything outside of that is just extra stuff.
Yeah.
But the first 6 films and the Clone Wars are what he created, and that's really all he cares about. I bet you he doesn't even know anything about Legends. Doesn't even care, probably.
No.
Probably not. No.
Yeah. There's that
And-
clip of Sam Witwer talking about it too, of like when they were on Force Awakens, they were like, this is how the Force is going to work in this video game. This is the same thing as George said. It's like there's good that there's little inconsistencies in the Force because these are tall tales and all that stuff. And Dave and Sam Witwer freaks out because he's like, well, Maul does this and he doesn't do this at the end. And shouldn't we all be upset about this? And Dave is like, no. That's good that sometimes in this story Ahsoka's lightsabers are blue, in this story Ahsoka's lightsabers are green. It makes people want to seek it out, which is like I think a lot of people with the MCUification of things.
Can you bring this up? Can you find
Yeah.
He probably
Yeah.
has it on his page. This man finds every clip interview ever.
You know, he used to make clips for me back in the day. And, and they were great, man.
Remember so good. Remember the Acolyte thing?
Oh my God, that shit blew up.
Dude, that was
you. That was you. I totally forgot.
Yeah,
that was you, dude.
He's
Yeah,
zero.
So Will finds the Acolyte clip of Leslie Headland talking shit about George or whatever it was.
And the misogyny and all that.
And the misogyny and from like 2 years ago. And I posted
Dude, I sent that to you at like 3 a.m. my time.
Yeah,
I was like, hey, look at this.
I know. And I posted.
You got mad so quick.
Becomes a thing, dude. Like articles are writing about it. People are just like trending it on Twitter. Like, oh my gosh, But hey, fuck, she said that. That was our fault. She fucking said it.
And look, here's the thing. She said it. I'm still excited to see what happens with Acolyte. Like, okay, is she gonna say all that stuff? Fine, but maybe she misspoke. Maybe she'll be like, because there's other clips of her talking, I think, about George Lucas, right? Tony, you were at one of her panels, I think.
So I was at the panel at London Celebration, and like everything she was saying, like she seems like an OG fan. Like she talked about how she grew up on the prequels, reading the expanded universe in the 90s. So everything seemed valid. But then like you got that older clip. So
yeah, that I sent Theory that.
But
I know.
The trailer,
I'm glad you did.
The trailer we saw though for Acolyte, I'm not gonna lie, it did look very Star Wars.
It did.
Yeah. It's cool to see that many lightsabers pop up. You know, where is he? There's the boy. There's the guy right here.
They're different. Force Unleashed was always meant to be in its own universe.
Yep.
So George approved those concepts, the story concepts and the physical concepts of how the Force would be portrayed. George was like, yes, for the purposes of this video game, which is a specific campfire around which you tell certain stories, this is how the Force is going to behave. You go over to the Clone Wars, that's a different campfire. Dave Filoni and I once had this argument that educated me greatly, because I was all concerned. There was this thing I was recording as Darth Maul for this audiobook. It wasn't, strictly speaking, consistent with something we did in Clone Wars. Right. And I said, Dave, what should I do? Should I tell them to change the line? Should I blah, blah? What do you think? How do I solve this problem? And he just said, Sam, it's good if the stories are different. But what do you mean? It has to be consistent. He's like, no, it doesn't. These are all tall tales. And they all of the tellings, it's great if it's a little bit different. That's reason to go seek that out, to get a different perspective on the same story. This campfire that night that was told that story, this happened and Ahsoka's lightsaber was blue. But over here, you heard the same story and Ahsoka's lightsaber was green. And that's good. And when I thought about what he said, I'm like, he's right. And that's always been the way it was with George. It's good if
interesting.
Yeah.
I always like hearing Sam Witwer talk, man. I feel like he's just I don't want to say one of us because he never followed me back on social media.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure I know why, but it's like I think he gets it.
He does.
He understands what Star Wars is about, and from what I've heard, you could ask him this, but I don't. From what I've heard, I don't think he liked The Last Jedi very much. But
yeah, I mean, he switched up. I mean, I don't know if he switched up, but there's that clip of him talking about. It's like if you're going to take a beloved character, and not show him on screen for how long, and then change it drastically.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, the big thing. And I think about that a lot too. I'm like, if we had seen Luke the way, I don't know how much, I'm sure you do, about that Shadows of the Sith book, where it's him and Anakin appears as a Force ghost, and I understand that was written afterward to make other things better, but like maybe the blow would have been a little bit easier to bear of Luke, and I can't put myself in those shoes because I don't remember it, and it's so burned in my mind now of like, if we had seen Luke the way we saw him in Book of Boba Fett or in Mando before the sequels, I don't know if that blow would have been a whole lot easier to bear, but I just think that was such a Band-Aid rip that it was, I don't know. It's just wild to think about.
It was an error in judgment for what they did. I think, you know, they fucked up, you know, and they were trying to bolster their own new character, I believe, and I think that they just created some sort of a flawed character so that she could step in and they could pass the torch, but they didn't do it in a respectful way like what Mark Hamill said. They did it in a way where they just, you know, brush off the old guy, kill him off, take off his powers, castrate him, and just turn him into nothing so that we can focus on the new Jedi, the last Jedi, the blah, blah, blah. And it's bullshit.
Yeah.
Out of here with that, man. That's not how you pass the torch. That's not how you pass the baton.
I always say, I'm like, I don't care how long I have to wait for Star Wars, as long as when I get it, it's good. I don't care how fast it's rushed out, like the COVID stuff. And there's like this weird fog over the stuff that was produced during COVID.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see it in the gallery episodes when they're wearing masks. You know when it was produced, of like, they were working so hard to get that stuff out as fast as possible that like the hard work was just put in weird directions for some of that stuff.
It was, man. It was. Where do you think Star Wars is going to go from here? Like, how do you think it's going to get better? Or...
So I have a bad feeling about this. So there's certain things. There's certain things I'm looking forward to, like Tales of the Jedi, right? Bad Batch Season 3. We saw the trailer at London Celebration. That looks pretty good too. And then, like, you know, Dave's movie should be a banger for sure. But other than that, there's not like a lot of hope, right? The Rey movie, hopefully it's good, but I'm not counting on it. That James Mangold movie, like, is it still going to happen since Indie Bomb? So I want it to be good and go in a good direction, but I feel like Dave and John need to have more control and do more projects together and like give them time to not rush it out. Like how Will was saying, like, we'll wait, just make sure the story makes sense. It's right. Like, I'll wait. Like George did movies, every 3 years? Bro, I will gladly wait 3 years if I know I'm going to get a banger.
Yeah. I don't need one 2026. I don't need one 2027, 2028.
Yeah, bro.
Like,
but here's the thing: they're doing that every 2-3 years, but they still suck.
I know.
And then they said too, they were like, we're not gonna rush anymore. And then 3 films were immediately announced
in an 18-month period. Yeah,
dude. Yeah, and they're like talking about Solo backlash, and they're just like, yeah, you know, we're releasing them too quickly. And then Kathleen Kennedy comes out a couple of years later saying, oh, it's Solo bombed because we made a mistake with legendary characters and we were supposed to have deep fake or whatever. And I'm like,
that's where you made the mistake with legendary characters.
That's the mistake you're talking about. Like, I think you just don't really know what the hell you're talking about. And, you know, it's time for you to go. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Where's that clip? It's time for you to leave, sir. And so it is. So it is.
And that's the thing too, like when they rush stuff. Oh, and obviously Solo bombed because of the legendary character thing. It's probably bombed because you released it at the same time as Infinity War.
Yeah. And after Last Jedi.
Yeah, exactly.
On top of that.
I remember, dude.
The timing.
Yeah. I was in a little theater in Maui and I saw Solo and then I saw Infinity War like a few days later.
Oh, hey, crazy. Which one was a better theater experience? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Solo. No.
Yep.
Yeah, no, it's, but it also, I think, bombed because, first of all, it's Solo. Not that many people are going to be so, you know, wanting to see it as much as, let's say, like The Last Jedi. But also, The Last Jedi was just such a fuck you to so many original fans that made the company worth $4 billion that I believe a lot of people were in disdain and they were like, fuck this, I'm not going to watch this.
Yeah.
Don't give a crap. And also the fact that they like literally doubled down on the expenses, right? So they made it like $400,000 or $500,000 or something like that because they fired the first guy when he was pretty much done.
Oh yeah, and they kind of like redid it halfway through.
Yeah.
How much of the approval process for Solo do you think was because they killed Han in The Force Awakens and people were pissed about that? Because I think
Oh
about that
my
a lot,
gosh.
where I'm like, they kill him and then they immediately release a prequel movie about them. The only other time that happened is with Black Widow. They killed Black Widow in Endgame and then they release a prequel movie about her. It's
True,
like,
they did, yeah.
it's
Yeah,
just
nobody cared
weird how
about
they
that
do
one.
that. Yeah.
Well,
don't
Harrison
know.
wanted out anyway, apparently.
Yeah.
So he says, or so people say. I don't really know what to think anymore. But that's not even the issue, man. It was this. Got a traffic ticket on my way to The Last Jedi. Ended up paying $400 to basically see The Last Jedi.
Wow.
$400 plus popcorn plus a theater
Fuck,
entry.
dude.
Talk about worst experience ever for Last Jedi.
I know. I was the first
Damn.
one in the theater, the last one to leave. I remember there were people cleaning up. There were people cleaning up popcorns, vacuum, and everything. I was literally sitting in my seat being like, what the fuck
Yeah.
did I just watch?
Dude.
How do I make sense of any of this? And I went home and I was just like, you can hear, because I didn't show my face yet. You could hear it in my review of the movie. I remember making that first video. I was just so defeated, man. I was so defeated. I remember sitting there. I'm just like, the hell do I even say? Like, I'm just like, okay, well, yeah, you know what? I just didn't want to believe that it was not going to be good. I'm like, they have a plan. There must be something I'm not seeing here. Like, I had so much hope. So much hope in their abilities. And I'm like, yeah, dude, Rian Johnson's got a plan. He's a good director. He knows what he's doing. Fuck, was I wrong?
And the hype back then was crazy too, because like 2015, Force Awakens was like,
Bro.
okay, decent start. And then Rogue One was a banger with that ending. And then all the trailers for Last Jedi were fire. And then you
Yeah.
go in and it's like all that momentum just went down. And it just
Dude.
never came back until Mando came out.
Yep.
Season 1.
Yeah.
Season 1. And season 2, like, just that healing process was amazing.
Right.
Yeah. Mando season 1. After I finished watching Mando season 1, I was like, this is Star Wars. This is new, but feels old. Why didn't the sequels make me feel this way? And after Mando, I could never really go back and watch the sequels again. It just hurt.
No, I never did. I never watched them again. I'm like, I can't do this, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's rough.
My best friend didn't see Solo just to boycott them. I'm sure there were a lot of people that
Yeah.
did that, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm sure there were a lot of people.
And that
did
sucks too, because like I enjoyed Solo more than I enjoyed the sequels. You know what I mean?
Me too.
Like, it's a good plane movie.
Me too.
In-flight movie.
I was so excited when I was going to see the sequel trilogy because I was like, dude, like it's coming back.
It's back. Yeah.
I'm so excited about this. No. It's just each one got worse and worse and worse. Then with 9, I was really happy about it when I initially saw it because I'm like, well, I hated The Last Jedi so much. I'm like, well, you know what? They actually were able to completely course correct and like change Luke around, even as a Force ghost. Even if it doesn't make any sense, he like held his lightsaber and he freaking and he raised the X-wing. It's like stuff he was supposed to do in the 8th one. So I'm like, all right, cool. At least he got that. And you could almost see like the look of happiness on Mark Hamill's face through Luke Skywalker. It was wild when he was raising the X-wing. It was like, oh, thank God, finally, you know, at least he's happy. But it didn't have to be ruined like that, you know. So it's anyways, we'll see what happens. What I really want to see is a Tales of the Sith show.
Yeah,
oh my
dude.
God, please. They need to like go crazy, do Tales of the Sith, Tales of the Bounty Hunter, Tales of the Clones, like Tales of everything, because the animated stuff just hits, man.
It does, yeah. They do a really good job on it. I think Dave does a great job on it. And like I personally, seeing Shin behind you, you know, my wife, I'd love to see how
Shaylin and Shin.
Oh, Tony's gonna get mad.
I know. Everyone's gonna get mad, bro. She's everyone's wife.
Hey, she's here with me tonight, so I'm not mad.
I can't say anything.
He's about to put on his I Heart Shin Betty hat.
I know.
I'm about to go get it.
But that's the thing is like, I think she was born after Order 66.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
But it's like, what's her story?
He even said that because she was talking about what was it like at the Jedi Temple and stuff. So she was never there. So it was after. Sorry. I would love to. Yeah, I want to know so much more about her. And yeah.
She's trying to get in.
She's crazy, man.
She's trying to get
crazy
shit.
eyes. But yeah, I want more of Shin and Balin so bad, man. I just hope they make it happen, whether it's animated or live action. But to me, they were the most intriguing part of Ahsoka. Like that was my favorite part of Ahsoka was Balin and Shin. because like they were completely new but felt so old, so familiar. I loved it that they created a new character and I wanted more of them.
Yep.
Tales of Everything.
agree.
Yes.
I
Yes.
agree.
Yeah.
Dude. Yeah. And it's like, you know, anything Dave does with animation, it doesn't skip a beat. I feel like it's all very George Lucas-esque.
Yeah.
But then, you know, when you get live action, there's always going to be kind of people that come. Maybe it's because, like, when he does animation, it's like he literally has the reins. But then when he does live action, some people step in and do this and that. And
Yep. Probably.
I don't know, dude. I love the animations. Honestly, like the way I see it, I know people are like the one thing that'll fix Star Wars is bringing it back to theaters. Like, yeah, I'd love a Star Wars theater experience, but like, let's get some stuff where everybody's on board with it beforehand. You know, like the animated stuff where everybody's sitting down feeling good about Star Wars. I think a majority of people felt good about Star Wars after Ahsoka. You know what I mean? Like, there's going to be people who hate everything, but Ahsoka came out and people were like, okay, Ahsoka, fine. It was better than a lot of the other stuff we got on Disney
100%.
Plus. So,
I
think rather than a theater experience, I think what people forget about the theater experience is like the aesthetic and the feeling of like, hey, we're all Star Wars fans here to watch one thing, like Celebration or anything. Or Mando, when we were all popping in same time every night to watch Mando, a new episode come out. Like, I think seeing those again would be having that thing that unites the fandom a little bit more. And obviously, there's going to be people who hate everything about it, and that's fine. Whatever. It makes opinions fun. But like having that thing that unites everybody first, and then putting something in theaters, I think that's the way to go. You know what I mean?
Yes, I agree. I agree with that for sure.
What up, Nick?
Theory back in high school, 22, about to watch my own brother live with him. Is this your?
That's my brother. That's
your actual brother.
Yeah, that's my brother Nick. Yeah, he's an OG. He was watching you before your face revealed. So this man was like in elementary school watching you. So yeah, he's the OG.
Cool. That's awesome, dude. Is he in the other room or is he?
No. He lives down south, closer to Will than me.
Have you and Will met?
No, he's
not
like
in person.
I don't know if he's even real, bro. He might be AI.
He might be.
I'm AI, dude. I'm like those things that you saw on the back of that new Disney movie.
What is that? What is this new trend? These
it's
people
so weird.
They're making so much money doing this.
I know, it's so weird, man. It's so weird.
Chad, have you guys seen this? So there's these people on TikTok. You're like, sometimes you're going through your feed and they're just like, yeah, literally. Did you see
Thanks for the roses?
The Spider-Man one that he like, broke character.
The Miles Morales guy,
yeah.
And then went right back to it.
Yeah,
went right back to it, dude. Like cussing a dude out, and he's just like, "Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, thanks for the roses.
Thanks."
And the stupid shit flies on their face. They're wearing glasses, and like a hot dog pops up. It's like, I mean, make your money, bro. Do what you want. Who knows?
Then you got like our grandparents who were like fighting in wars and shit.
Yeah, right.
I think about that all the time.
So crazy, man.
I know, and they're like, what are these? My grandchildren, great grandchildren making Star Wars videos,
dude.
And then it gets even worse with the TikTok stuff. It's like,
my dad has worked in assisted living communities for a very long time, so like 55 plus older communities, and I used to work at them in high school and stuff. And I remember there's always, no matter which community you're in, there's always a wall of like the people who served, and it's like World War II, Vietnam, Korea, like all of these veterans up on the wall. And like, obviously, thank you for your service, but like seeing those, and then I'm thinking about like my friends in high school watching YouTube videos. I'm like, whoa, we had a way, and like the success of some of those, of the people who live in those communities, of like, hey, they were veterans and like they had to work hard and get their shit straight before they had a family and all of this stuff. And then I think about like, it's just such a misdirect. I don't know. Not saying that I want to be drafted World War II, Kathleen Kennedy, if you're in charge of that. But it's just a different, I don't know. It's just strange how different it is.
It is, man. Yeah. You know, it's a different time, but it's all how you conduct yourself, I guess, and teach their own.
Yeah, is because you're in Canada, is like service stuff, as I mean, probably not as big as it is in the U.S. of like trying to get people to enlist. Like out of high school and stuff?
No, I got a few friends that are pretty high up in the military here, but it's not like it is in the States.
Yeah.
There's just so much more money and training put into American military.
Huh. Yeah, no, of course. I just didn't know if it was like that
An
thing
emphasis.
of like, yeah, like there's a recruitment office next to my local GameStop. Like I could probably name 3 that are right down the street from me, and within 10 minutes of each one. Like
It's not like that here.
yeah,
I mean, you got to kind of
wild.
like seek it out. I mean, I know it's downtown and stuff. There's but no, it's not nearly like it is in the States.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
Yep. I know.
Well, I mean, it's a different time, dude. But we get to talk about Star Wars on the internet, so that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah. It's just it's an interesting time for sure. But I mean, I've been doing this since probably 2004 is when I started going online talking about Star Wars.
Yeah.
Damn.
So now it's just I do it on YouTube. So it's like
Yeah.
literally doing pretty much the same thing. You know, I was writing fan fictions. I was doing unboxing reviews. I can't find those videos. They're in like old hard drives. But like I was
What were you posting on?
FX
like-
Sabers. FX Sabers.
But where were you? You weren't
.com.
posting on YouTube at the time, were you?
Yeah, there were videos I was posting on YouTube, and then I would
wow.
post them on the forums.
Mm.
So there were a few
Yeah.
forums I was part of. There was another one. It was like snowtroopers or something .org or something like that. Or
Cool.
but FX Sabers was the main one, and that was just like
Nice.
yeah, I was oh my god, hours every day. I'd like go into the computer room at school because we didn't have phones and shit like that back then.
Yeah.
You could access that. I would just like during our lab time, like just log into the forums and stuff, and yeah, it was wild. Like check all the responses and everything, and respond to everyone. And it was cool. Good time.
Yeah, but the nostalgia hit of like, and I even saw you like talking about that and smiling. That's like the best part about Star Wars stuff is thinking about all of that of like back in the day, like the times going to like midnight releases at Toys R Us for like Lego stuff, dude.
Yep.
Yeah.
I did that for Battlefront 2015.
Ooh,
Mm.
what GameStop?
No, it was EB Games, I think,
That's the Canadian version of GameStop.
which now is GameStop.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay,
think they got bought out.
got you.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah, it was
I
wild,
loved
dude.
Canada when I went. I went like 2 months ago. I went to Victoria, BC.
Oh yeah.
Oh, cool. You were right
Vancouver
here.
Island, dude.
Oh, crazy.
Dude, I loved it.
It's a beautiful place for sure, nature-wise, but I'm
Yeah.
ready to move to Florida or somewhere else in the States. Or if I'm not going to the States, then I'm going to Switzerland or something like that, or
Oh,
like
shit.
Greenland, Iceland. Yeah.
Just out there.
Yeah, I'm ready for change. I feel like it's time for me to maybe pack up my things and get on out of here and come to you guys.
Do it.
Be an
Dude.
American.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, we'll see how it is. See how it goes.
Florida's
I
the
don't know.
place for it.
Yeah, I really liked. I was there for like 5-6 days or whatever in Miami. Fucking loved it there. But then again, like, how much do you know about a place in 6 days?
Yeah.
You don't.
Miami's different too. Like Tony knows, Miami's different. Like you
Yeah,
had
it
fun in
is.
Miami. Like if you're living there all the time, bro. I don't know how it is in Canada by you, but like driving around traffic wise,
Oh,
it's
it's the worst.
It was
Bro.
horrible.
God.
It was horrible. when
yeah,
I was
you'll
there.
get tired of it quick.
You don't live in Miami, just live by Miami. That way, if you want to go, it's right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I would do that.
Yeah.
Mark lives in Miami.
Oh yeah, Dolphins
But it was
fan.
di-
I always see
I
that.
rem- I remember when I was in the Uber from the airport to the hotel, and I was FaceTiming him, and it was like freaking hot out, but it was thunder and clouds, and it was like you're approaching the city, and then you see the lights and everything, and he's like, "You're in Mustafa now."
Yeah,
It
dude.
literally looked like fucking Mustafa, dude. It was just
Oh,
like
shit.
you got like the it was just it was so cool. It was like all through the sky, and it was just it was wild, man. It was.
Did you get to see Mark when you were down there?
No, I didn't get to see him.
Mm.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, our schedules didn't jive. But next time. Next time. Yeah, I was down there to finish my tattoo, and so I didn't really have time to do anything or do a meetup or see anybody or anything like that. So it was just like the few nights that I had to myself, and that was it.
You did that meetup in Cali though. It looked like a lot of people showed up to that. That looked
that
fun,
was like
dude.
a 24-hour like notice meetup.
Yeah.
It was a quick one. Yeah, it was a decent amount of people. Yeah,
looked like cool people though that were out there. Like everybody seemed to have a good time.
dude, it was blazing hot, and it was nice. Yeah, everyone was just waiting out there with me. I was drenched. It was crazy hot, but it was.
Hey, it'll
met
be
so
that
many
way in
people.
Florida.
Oh yeah, it's hot every day.
I loved the weather in Florida.
Really?
I loved it, dude. Yeah,
You get used to it.
Yeah, it's true.
I love that.
I just remember like in high school in football practice, like every day at 3:00, you're in full pads and you're out there for 3 hours. Like, bro,
no, that's crazy.
You were out there on the turf and your cleats were melting. It was so hot just from the plastic. Like,
yeah, I can't imagine.
Yeah, you were in shape though because you were running around. You go to Colorado or
sweating
somewhere like
crazy.
that, you were able to breathe.
It's healthy.
Yeah.
It's good for you. It's good for your health.
Oh yeah.
Longtime fan, just overall excited to see my friends make it into your show. Theory, have a great show. Star Wars Sith and Diamond Fix.
What's up, Patrick?
Thanks, Patrick.
It's crazy. You guys are bringing new people over here. I
Yeah,
haven't seen any
dude.
of these people. What's up, my boy?
Rule of 3.
Yeah. Chat, what do you guys think of the dynamic? You guys like it?
Maybe? Huh?
I enjoy it. I feel like we have literally the same.
You'll get Shin all the time.
Yeah. Well, I get her anyways.
Damn.
Yeah. There'll be times where Tony just isn't on stream and it'll just be Shin with the
It'll
mic
just
in
be
front of her.
She's like
Yeah.
here. I gotta
Yeah.
get one too, and then it'll be like, she's here right now.
Yeah. Bro. I was so pissed. Tony sent me that and I saw it at the same time and I was like, don't buy it. He was like, why? What? I was like, just don't buy it, dude. Because I knew immediately, like, this guy talks about Shin way too much. I'm gonna be completely
Bro,
honest with you.
it's not my fault, bro.
I'm gonna be completely honest with
Can you blame him?
Yeah.
I'm one of the best parts about Ahsoka. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. What up,
for
Laney?
more than just the character, but
I know.
yeah.
I know. Yeah. Yeah, everyone likes it. Yeah, dynamic's pretty good.
Thanks, Lucas.
Appreciate that, guys.
Yeah. Fig's got eyelashes. I'm jealous of. Bro, no, this is the eyeliner. I said this to Theory earlier. I just got
Rule
off my
of 3
shift at
hat.
Hot Topic, dude. No, okay, so I had
You
the
actually
blue
got an eyeliner on?
No, bro. Are you kidding me? I had the blue face paint on. And we did this what like maybe 2 hours
Couple
ago.
hours ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
So
should've left it on.
I left. You would have been. That's how I would have been on Theory stream.
That would have been the intro.
First
Oh my
time intro,
God.
just me with my blue face, looking like a psychopath. But no, I took like quick version, 40 minutes of like trying to get it off my face, and just I got Shin's eyelashes, bro. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. She got nice eyelashes.
Yeah. What up, Infinite?
Appreciate you, Infinite.
What are you gonna dress up for Halloween? I don't know, man. That's tomorrow. I'll probably just stay home.
Yeah.
I don't really
ain't
go out
doing
on
it.
Halloween, man. I just stay home and I watch scary movies and just get cozy.
Yeah.
Huh.
What about you?
Yeah.
guys? You going out?
Nah, bro. I'm too old for that, bro. I'm gonna work tomorrow and then come home and probably stream some Spider-Man 2, maybe something.
Do you have a gaming channel?
No. I do it on my channel. I mainly play like Star Wars games, but like since Spider-Man 2 came out, I've been streaming that because that game is amazing. But
Cool.
I do a little bit of streaming on my regular channel.
That's dope. How does that work with your audience? Like they don't mind?
I get a lot more views on the Star Wars games, of course, because it's a Star Wars channel. So the Spider-Man ones, it's not a lot. It's a lot of the OGs from my like community.
Yeah.
And it's fun because I'm gonna play it anyway. So I just stream it, and it's just fun talking with Chad and just vibing. But the Star Wars ones do a lot better.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh God, stop it, Retney. So Will loves Andor. I'm not a fan
all
of
right.
Andor.
Let's hold it on
It's
the L word
okay.
there.
Like it was shot nice. There's cool stuff, but bro, it just put me to sleep every week, bro.
Me too.
Oh,
It's fine. It's
yeah, it's
capital
okay.
F. Fine. You
okay,
can call
bro.
it mid. You can call it fine. Whatever. It's an afterthought that
He
it
loved
was
it.
even a show.
He loved
Will
his
loves
favorite
it.
show.
Thanks,
is.
Retney. Hey, Thanks,
It's his
Retney.
favorite show. We go to Andor
Documented
Lover.
forever on
this is
Theory
now,
Stream.
maybe now Disney will invite me to stuff because we have an Andor Lover on here.
There
Yeah,
you go.
dude. It'll be the three of us at Celebration. We'll have a panel, and it'll be called the We Love Andor panel.
Now we just need a girl. Okay.
Shin's right there, dude. We'll
Right
just have
there,
Shin.
bro.
Right,
Come
what
on.
am I saying? Yeah, she's right there.
Yeah.
Totally. We should
Yeah.
like give her her own like box or she's just
A B cam in Tony's room. With
Yeah.
Shin there.
yeah, totally.
Oh God, I might have to do that. That might be
you
funny.
might, yeah. And then you could talk for her too. Like, "Hello."
That would be bananas.
What's up, Rossi? It's cool to put faces to the names. Theory, I dropped my phone at the Halloween party and shattered the back. Apparently,
Ooh.
Anakin didn't believe in pockets. F. Ahsoka season 2 greenlit. Is it?
Yeah. Who?
I've been
Okay.
seeing some rumbling.
My time to
What?
shine. Hello is who says it's greenlit.
Hold on.
So
Oh shit!
I
How
keep
did I
forgetting to
didn't
bring
even see
that
this.
up.
Ahsoka season 2 confirmed according to a new rumor. What?
Yeah.
I mean, we figured it would happen. I want to know: is it going to be before the Filoni movie or after? That's what I'm most curious about.
Before. It's got to be before.
I
You
think the biggest
so?
thing about this is that I guess they're switching where they film locations. So they're going from LA to wherever.
Pinewood, that's in UK, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ahsoka season 2 likely to happen considering the success of the series. The ongoing actor strike and the possibility of Ahsoka's storyline continuing in the Mandalorian movie may be reasons for the lack of official updates. Huh. Ahsoka season 2 has to receive the official green light from Lucasfilm. However, a reliable scooper claims the fan favorite Star Wars series will return. Season 1 concluded that its titular hero stranded in a different galaxy with Sabine Wren. Complicating matters was the return of Grand Admiral Thrawn, who managed to escape the distant galaxy and return to the primary Star Wars setting. Intent on rebuilding the Galactic Empire, while fans are excited to see how these events unfold, Ahsoka Season 2 hasn't been ordered. Yeah, they probably can't announce it because of the strikes.
Oh,
According to reputable scooper My Time to Shin, hello, Ahsoka Season 2 is a go. As of midday on
Shinny.
October 29th, this news remains unverified. However, My Time to Shine Hello has a solid track record, or at least has garnered a reputation for being a more reliable source than others. Of course, fans should always take rumors with a grain of salt until officials say, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's pretty safe to say that it is greenlit for sure.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
That's wild. Thanks, Rossi. That's cool. Any new beanie merch dropping this winter? Yeah, man, we're working on it. Yeah, I just had to take some promo photos the other day. I just haven't uploaded them for the new merch that came out. But or the new merch that's going to launch, which is like all the Black Friday stuff, which you did last year. But do you guys sell merch too?
Tony does.
I mean, I have some, but I don't really push it like that. Like, I've maybe sold one hat. I don't really care. Honestly, I have it so I could buy it and I could wear it.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. I know
Yeah.
what you mean.
Hey, Theory.
Yo.
Is there going to be some double XL stuff for the big boys this time? Because that Ahsoka quarter zip, it was fire.
I know. Yeah. So
I'm just a little big around the midsection, so
we're
I
actually
couldn't flip into-
we're working on that. We're trying to, because it depends on the manufacturers that they get.
Okay.
And so I work with Teespring, obviously. So like I create the designs, I create everything that it needs to, whatever it needs to look like. They send me samples. I'm like, I don't like this, I don't like that. Let's change this. We may need to find a different manufacturer, or whatever, for whatever it is. But sometimes we're just limited to what the manufacturer can do or can't do.
Yeah.
So it's rough like that. But it's definitely one thing that I've told them, like, yo, we need to have bigger sizes for sure.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, dude. How am I going to look this swole in the gym without my Ahsoka
It's true.
quarter zip, bro?
It's true. Everyone
Trying to be-
who ordered a Snips zip, half zip, is going to be getting it probably in December or January. So
Those things looked great, dude.
honestly,
Yeah.
the highest quality stuff that I've created for sure. For sure. So
Yeah.
I really am trying to step up the merch game a lot, and I'm really putting so much money and time into it. So it's coming along.
I remember the days of the Darth Scroat merch.
Oh yeah.
Right? Yeah,
Dude.
yeah.
Darth
Okay.
scrotum.
Those were just like for a select few.
I know, dude. That's so much fun, though. Like, stuff like that. That was such a fun time for the
Yeah.
Survivor stuff.
It was, yeah, that was a good time for sure. I remember that. There was I would love to be a full-time streamer like that. I mean, I
Yeah,
could
it's-
be. I think I could. Honestly, I think I
Yeah.
could just like be, but I'm not doing it for whatever reason.
Yeah,
Outside of the videos, dude.
You could easily, and then you just clip all that stuff out.
Yep.
Reactions and stuff.
Yeah, just stream Star Wars games and Star Wars stuff. Yeah, I got only myself to blame. The issue with KK is not the wokeness; it's the fact that she doesn't understand what makes a story a good fit for Star Wars. Star Wars needs myth, legend, like Western samurai knights and a hero's journey. Well, no, I think also what her problem is, she just meddles too much.
Yeah, like Mando season 3, bro. I have a feeling she meddled way too much in there because I don't think that is how John had it written out. There's no way, man.
There's no way.
From 1 and 2 to 3 is a day and night difference. Like,
Dude, it was
no, it was crazy to me during Mando season 3 when the Bad Batch episodes hit harder than the freaking Mando episodes did. Like 3 out of the 4 Bad Batch episodes were way more fire than the Mando episode the same Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yep.
Crazy, man.
The best example of that, I think, is the Book of Boba Fett, the weird 2 middle episodes where it's just like, oh, hey, here's a Mando episode, Mando season 2.5, and here's a episode about Luke. You're like, what?
Literally.
And that Mando episode was better than all of season 3 of Mando.
Bingo.
And that Luke episode, bro, was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Like seeing Ahsoka say to Luke, "You're so much like your father," bro. That hit so hard.
Yep.
Oh my god, bro, amazing.
I know.
It's wild.
Out of touch. What's up, Sith and Diamond? These two are
What
super
up,
cool
CT?
dudes. Well done on getting one. Yeah, absolutely.
What's up, CT?
No, I like this dynamic a lot, dude. It's actually dope.
Appreciate you, dude.
Appreciate that. Yes.
Yeah, we talked about. So this is an hour ago. From an hour ago, we're an hour behind. Do you guys want to stay on while I read super chats, or do you want to bounce?
Yeah, bro. I'm chilling,
Bro,
bro.
we're here.
All right.
This is where the fun begins.
Chat.
Unless
if
you're
y'all
kicking us off.
No, fuck no. No, if y'all can spam the like button, let's get some likes up in the chat here. We get on trending. It's possible, but
oh yeah,
you never know.
Bingo.
You'd need like 10,000 likes for that, but we don't even have enough viewers for that. My SP issue is they spend 47 minutes in one direction and then flip it for 1 min to act like they are fair. The fact is they're wrong. If no one complained about Disney Star Wars, it would be worse than it is now.
Oh, South Park.
Oh, I was racking my brain at what SP was. Oh, I'm an idiot. I love it.
Yeah, I didn't even know either. But like you get that sometimes, and you're just like, "What is SP?"
Yeah.
I would have just played it off. Be like, "Oh yeah, my SP issue is I didn't have coffee this morning. I got a SP issue with my wife." The fact is they're
That's
wrong.
crazy. You're married. How old are you, man?
I'm 26, sir.
Oh, okay. That's not young. That's not
Damn, young gunner right there.
26.
So I'm old, bro. I'm an OG. I'm 38.
Really? No
Yes,
way,
sir.
dude. I thought you were in your 20s. That's
yeah,
awesome.
bro. I look young, but I'm old.
And I look like I'm 50.
Wait. We got a 7-year gap between you and me, Will. And then, oh no, we got a 5-year gap between you and me, Tony.
Yeah,
I was going to say that'd be wild if it was like the same gap, but we got 26, 33, 38. That's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wide range.
We got a sequel fan, an Andor fan. We got a prequels fan.
Yeah.
And we got an OT fan.
We got an OT fan, a prequel fan, and Andor's biggest fan, Tony at Star Wars said.
No.
Just wait until, dude, when he unboxed that Shin cutout, he was like, he did his unboxing video, and he was like, man, if this is going to be a Reva cutout, I was like, oh, that would have been such a good bit if I had sent him a Reva cutout and said, because he knew it was Shin.
Dude.
But if you pulled it out of the box and just saw Reva, oh,
bro,
man, I missed out.
God, bro.
I need to get a Reva cutout.
Oh, my God. Isaac.
What's up, Isaac?
What's up, Isaac? What's going on, man? What's up, Connor? What's up, Micah? You guys were talking about creators being genuine. That's why I love South Park. They go after both sides. Fans who are too jaded to give new Star Wars a chance, and Disney for pandering and making bad content. Yeah, who else does that? There's also another show that does that, plays both sides. I think it's can't remember now.
Family Guy used to be really good at it.
Yeah, they
did.
I can't remember. Oh. Yo, what's up, Jared? I had to get your back on Twitter when they removed your reaction to the South Park episode. Appreciate the like on the post. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, it was paramount, like I said in the community post, but It's just so fast. It's just so
That's
quick.
wild.
Everyone else stayed up for a while, man. I didn't get
Wild seeing how many people replied to that, trying to teach you about what you can and can't put on YouTube too. It's awesome.
You know, I always find that to be the most interesting is like people trying to educate me on what I've been doing and succeeding at for 7 years plus. And it's like, man, you know how many of the ins and outs I know about YouTube? You know, I could grow any YouTube channel I want at this point. And it's like, well,
wild.
I guess Twitter knows better. If George Lucas had the will to do so, he could easily pull a Haim Sibin and buy back Star Wars for a paltry fraction of the price he sold it for.
I don't think he wants to.
Yeah.
Especially now.
Chat, what do you like more, this view or this view?
Whoa. That's wild.
It is wild. Pretty good.
Kind of like it.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
Okay, that's a better view. Way better view, Theory. Thanks. Thanks, dude. Way better view, dude. Thanks. Tony says he likes Andor one time, and that's all that happens, bro.
Hey, see you guys.
Yeah, fit later.
My show now. Let's see. What do you guys want to do with your channels before we continue here? I'm genuinely curious. Like, it's not often that I talk to too many other Star Wars creators, more so just like fans of Star Wars.
So
for me,
it's mainly two main things. One, the celebration coverage, because I just have so much fun at celebration, and I love like showing people all the tips and tricks that I've learned. So I'm gonna keep that going. But that's like every other year. So the other thing is I have a weekly podcast that I drop every Friday called Sith Talk, and I have a different Star Wars creator on every week, just kind of like this, just to talk Star Wars, to meet them and promote their channel, and then their subs could see me, my subs could see them. So I have that, and I'm starting another podcast tomorrow with my buddy Ricky.
Get me on that. I want to come. I want to come on that,
bro. Of course, for sure.
Yeah,
that'd be great. Yeah, I'll definitely get you on there. Sith Talk for sure.
Yeah.
And then Rebel Collectors is dropping tomorrow. It's me and my buddy who we just toy hunt and collect. We've been doing it for like a decade.
Ricky.
So, yeah, Ricky, I Pop the Bounty Collector. So that drops tomorrow, and every week we're gonna just show like the things we picked up, tips and tricks on how to find deals and stuff like that. So that's what my channel will mainly be, just like podcast kind of stuff and just Star Wars Celebration mixed with like, you know, reactions and all the other YouTuber stuff.
That's dope, man.
Yeah.
You do a really good job at all the live stream stuff too. I mean, Sith Talk is awesome. It's really cool because like there's a lot of people who you're fans of who make Star Wars content, but then when you see them on Sith Talk talking to you, Tony, it's really cool to like get their perspective.
They're on that's on YouTube.
Yeah, it's on my channel. Yeah, every Friday a new podcast drops.
I consider both like putting your stuff on Spotify too. If I were you.
Oh, it's on there. It's on Spotify. It's on Apple Podcasts. It's on all that stuff. Yeah.
Did you monetize it?
So for that, you have to have a certain amount of like viewers or followers on there. I'm not at that yet, but once I get there, hell yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, and then Wednesday, I forgot about me and this guy.
Yeah, dude. Wow, how many podcasts you got, bro?
So,
you're not gonna talk about the one with me?
Dark Side Secrets. It's a live show we do every Wednesday, and it's kind of like our version of Nerd Theory, like for real. So we just talk about the latest news, and we just talk with the chat about Star Wars live every Wednesday at 5 p.m. It's a blast.
Yeah. There's some points where I just rant about
appreciate that, Brown Eyes.
Yeah, their channel links are in the description below, guys. If you want to go give them a follow, check them out. I'm sure they got some amazing content that you guys will probably appreciate and just like a fresh take on things.
Yeah. What about you, Will?
Yeah, what about you?
Oh, so a lot of shorts, a lot of interview clips. That's what. So like, I don't really listen to music. It's just shit.
So I'm testing y'all right now, man. I'm letting y'all see how you deal with the pressure.
Hey guys, what's up with my eyelashes?
We don't even have any show out or anything. Once we get the shows out, if you guys are on the podcast here, there's gonna be like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,000 people, 9,000 people, 10,000.
Let's
people.
go.
Yeah.
Wow,
we're ready.
Yeah, right now
they're all gonna see how much Tony loves Andor. That's 8,000 new people, bro.
Out there.
8,000 new people. Thanks for bringing it up.
I like Bix.
What are you talking about?
What do you mean?
What do you mean 8,000 new people? Where?
Did you say 8,000 views or something like that?
Oh, live viewers,
posted?
8, 9, 10. No, live.
Yeah. So 8,000 people just are going to hear about how much Tony loves Andor.
He's lying, guys.
No. No, I mean when a show is so like when nothing's out, usually we'll get like 2,000 people live.
Oh, you mean
Yeah.
when shows are coming out? Got
Yeah,
you.
but then when like a Star Wars like Ahsoka season 2 or Mandalorian, it's usually these episodes get anywhere from like
Crazy
4,000,
Bro.
depending what's going on, what the hype is.
Yeah.
5,000, 10,000. The most I had was 35,000 with Mando season 2 finale, which was like,
damn,
I've never experienced that before.
I remember that.
That
was there for
that
that.
was a
Yeah.
really beautiful experience. Seeing
Yeah.
so many Star Wars fans in one place on my stream, I was just like, this is really cool, and I'm like fucking
Yeah.
crying. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yep.
But yeah. Anyways, yeah, man. Please continue.
So a lot of interview stuff, clipping up old. Like I really don't listen to music in the car. I listen to old celebration clips and old interviews and George talking in 1977 and stuff like that when I'm driving. Like, just listen to like podcasts. So clipping that stuff up, which is what I find interesting about Star Wars too. Like, I think I watch the behind the scenes of the VHS tapes more than I watch the actual videos. Like when you used to do the BTS, like the DVD extras stuff, bro, that's the best, dude.
Yep.
Stuff like that. And then I'm currently doing obviously Dark Side Secrets on Wednesdays at 5:00, 5 p.m. EST. But I do this thing called Star Wars tier list. So it's every week we pick a new Star Wars topic. So like last week we ranked all the trailers this past Sunday. Which made me mad when you got to the sequel stuff and you're like, man, these are really good trailers. But better to watch the trailers in the movies. But stuff like that. And then just more. Honestly, I just love talking about Star Wars. So whatever pops into my head, I don't really have a schedule with this stuff. I'm not really big on like breakdowns and stuff like that. I mean, they're cool, but I like talking about the stuff afterwards, like a separate specific topic. I hyperfixate on stuff. So
you're like the BTS guy.
Yeah, I love that stuff, dude.
Me too. Yeah. So you probably lost your shit when I had Nick Gillard on.
Bro, that was
my
so
God, bro.
sick, dude.
Me and him still text.
That's so awesome. That was
bro.
We just like full on conversations about
when you
shit.
put in your member tab that you were like, hey guys, Nick Gillard, blah blah blah. You like teased it or something first. It was either that or on Instagram. I was like, what? I was at work and I was like, all right, I gotta go on break. I'll see you later. And I immediately watched that, dude. That was so because that's the stuff that's like interesting about Star Wars is being in the headspace of the people who made what your favorite stuff is, right? So obviously Nick Gillard and like, bro, that guy is the reason for how many lightsaber fights for people during recess, bro. How many of us were kids like trying to recreate that stuff? Like he made the lightsaber duel. Like obviously there's the stuff in obviously Return of the Jedi and Empire and all that stuff, and those are great, but like, bro, there's that clip that you and Mark were talking about on Twitter of like how important the duel of Revenge of the Sith is. That's like it's mad important, and I freaked out when you had Nick Gillard on, dude. That was sick. It's also cool to hear from him.
It is, very legendary guy, and so very very lucky to have talked to him and still like have like a friendship with him now. We're gonna meet up in December. Sometime.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's so cool.
So that'll be a treat, man.
It's also cool to just like see these people as people, you know what I mean? Like for me, it's like you're watching them in a BTS clip on a DVD extra and you hear them talk. And like, for me, like I realized I did it with the Sam Witwer clip. It's like, I watch this stuff so much that like I recite what they say back. It's just embedded into me.
Yeah.
So like hearing these people talk for so long and then seeing them sit down with someone like yourself for the Nick Gillard interview or like the Rule of Two stuff that you used to do is like, man, it's so cool to just listen to them talk for that long. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. I agree. It's there's just so much more depth to him than what you'd think. Like he's just a sword master, choreographer.
Yeah,
it's like, dude, this guy's like a really cool guy.
Yeah, with a wild fashion sense too. Bro was dripped out with the ascot on and all that stuff. Like that's so sick, dude.
Yeah, with the toque, you mean?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, Hayden bought him that toque.
I love that.
Yeah.
But that's the thing too. It's like that's what made me want to go to film school is like watching the behind the scenes of so much stuff. And I got to work in TV for a little bit in New York and did a ton of that stuff, and then I moved down to worked at Disney, and then COVID happened, and they fired everybody. So,
Oh, fuck. Dude.
yeah, but
They ain't gonna work with you now.
rule of 3, baby. Yeah, whatever. I was a cast member. I drove the boats at Epcot. Like, what are you gonna do?
Do you guys both have jobs, or like, are you full time right now on YouTube?
No, I have a full-time job. Yeah, I would like to go full-time on YouTube. That would be the goal, to be able to do this, what I love and do anyway, that I've been doing forever. But yeah, unfortunately, I'm still working full-time.
Yeah, I'm full time too. So I make social media stuff for work for what I do in media and all that. So I work in sports though. So a little bit different than Star Wars.
I'm in retail, so
Yeah.
Okay.
Full
It'll
time's
happen
the goal
soon.
though.
It'll happen.
Yeah.
Soon. Yeah. Yeah.
hopefully.
Of course, dude. Of course. Why not? Did you monetize your Instagram?
I just did.
Yeah, I'm
I've
not
never
there
done
yet
it.
for Instagram.
You can't
Yeah.
do it in Canada for some reason. So I don't know.
Oh, really?
What?
I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. Yeah, it says I'm eligible
What?
for it, but like for whatever reason I can't like get through to the next phase or something. I don't know. So whatever.
Damn. KK got you blocked on there too. Damn.
Yeah, Mark Zuckerberg on there.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
Damn.
fun, dude.
I don't
Yeah.
know. We'll see. Maybe you can help me out with it or something after the show.
Yeah.
New Dark Side Secrets fan and longtime Nerd Theory fan. Much love and may the force be with you. Let's pray. She gone. Yo will. Cue the Star Wars tier list song.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I'm a
Yes.
cheese ball, so I made it like a 70s game show.
Oh,
And
cool.
it's a song that plays.
Nice, dude.
It's fun.
Yeah, that's like me on my podcast. My ultimate goal is to become a filmmaker one day, maybe work for Lucasfilm, but the stuff I have said about modern day Lucasfilm wipes that opportunity away if I ever. That's what I wanted to do too. Yes, I wanted to
Yeah.
make lightsabers for Star Wars movies.
Yeah.
The boy Isaac.
Not anymore. Yeah, it's okay, Isaac. You can make it on your own, man.
Yep.
I think the coolest thing that you do, like, obviously love the content and all that, but the coolest thing that you do is like watching the behind the scenes of you on set for the Vader stuff. That was so sick, dude. That's like for me wanting to be a filmmaker for so long, watching you do that was like, man, and like having the premiere and stuff. That's just such a fun time, dude.
It was a really interesting process, and I was like a fish out of water for me. So
Yeah.
made a lot of mistakes, learned a lot of things, about filmmaking and going forwards, doing the animated route. We'll see how it goes. I mean, it's going pretty good so far.
Yeah. I mean, the live action stuff that you did, like watching the live streams back of you, like with the actors and stuff.
Yeah.
It's cool. Like as a filmmaker, like at that time, I worked at NBC in New York for a long time. So I worked at Late Night with Seth Meyers, and then I worked at Saturday Night Live. And like now as a content creator, yeah, it was fun. My first show was the Kanye West MAGA Hat Rant show, which was wild at SNL. Yeah, nuts. But it was a fun time. But like now being a content creator, I'm like, it's so much more fun being able to like be in charge of all of it.
Yeah.
Rather than just being like a cog in the machine, because I worked for the film unit, so
yeah,
helping out with all that stuff, it was a blast, dude. I was in college working at all that stuff and running around, but like, like being able to do all of it yourself, it's very fulfilling.
It is for sure.
Yeah.
Is acquisition realistic? Yeah, I mean, maybe. I think so. Hopefully. I'll fix Star Wars instantly. All content since Disney is non-canon. The only exception is the Mando. If Favreau apologizes for Boba Fett, I would greenlight George's trilogy. Because I'm not a sniveling loser like JJ Abe.
I don't think I've ever heard your viewpoint on that theory. Is like, if JJ was in charge of all of it, you think it would have been better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If Ryan was in charge of all of it, it would have been better.
I agree. That's exactly what I think.
Just one person. Yeah. If a regular Star Wars fan was involved from the beginning, it's just in charge.
It was all over the place.
Yeah. It just needed that linear sort of storytelling, and it didn't have that.
Yeah.
It was like, we're going this way, but even from Return of the Jedi, it was like, we're going this way, then we're going this way, then not even that. It's like putting it somewhere completely another place and be like, let's go that way. And then sequel trilogy. I mean, the ninth one completely just said, well, let's take this and let's try to like completely reverse all of it. And then we'll try to continue the story from this like disjointed place, and we're going to start it over here. It just didn't make sense to me. So,
yeah.
If we had one person doing the whole thing, it would have been like, at least.
Yeah.
Would you have rather seen the Duel of the Fates made than what we saw for Rise of Skywalker?
100%.
Yeah. There's some of that stuff that I'm like, eh. What's crazy though is reading back those scripts and like learning that the planet that Rey and Kylo Ren had that duel on was going to be Mortis, which is like now crazy thinking about all the Ahsoka stuff with the Mortis gods. So
yep, I know. Would have been way better, man.
Yeah.
Colin Trevorrow reached out to me when I did that animation from his script, and he's like, "That's exactly how I envisioned it."
Wow.
Shit.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's got to be like the validation there is awesome.
Yeah.
Make it feel real good.
Definitely. Cara Dune
awesome.
was an A1 example of a badass female character. I loved her on Mando and had to get her action figure, but too bad Disney doesn't want actual good females. Common Disney L. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But hey, we're all sexist and racist, right? So
probably. What are we gonna do? I don't even know.
Deborah Young, I think Gina should challenge KK to a cage match and/or just toy with her like a cat and with a mouse. Then Gina should kick her. Well, we don't condone violence here, but you know, I understand what you're saying. What's up, Chad? And I have to say that. So, shout out to my 3 fave Star Wars content creators on YouTube: Tony, Will, and Theory. Anakin is the chosen one.
Sithcast, what
appreciate
up?
you, Sithcast. That's awesome. Sithcast rules.
Yeah.
What's y'all's best Halloween costume from the past? Geez.
Man, I've never really done anything cool, man. I was like Joker one year. Or no, I was Riddler with like a top hat and a cane. But nothing crazy, man.
I was the Joker once from Dark Knight.
Nice.
Full
I was the Travelocity gnome one time. You remember those commercials?
No, what's that?
For Travelocity.
Oh,
what's Travelocity?
It's like a travel agency thing, and there was like this garden gnome
in every commercial.
In every commercial, like and it, maybe it's just a big states thing, but like
thing.
Yeah, you know,
with the garden gnome,
it.
I was that for 1 year, which was that's probably where I peaked.
They just got a nice free plug.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Shit. Who knows if they're still a company? Yeah.
More for me. Solo flop because they recasted Han Solo. I know that's the reason. It's not because Last Jedi or anything, but my friend didn't see Solo boycott Last Jedi. Love seeing Will and Tony on here as always. Obligatory. Man, I really want some KFC right now.
Jar Jar, what up, bro?
KFC.
Dude, I got this like hankering, and I haven't had KFC in years. Weird.
I don't know what that says about us that you really want fried chicken.
Maybe I'm pregnant.
Yeah, you're either pregnant or the American is rubbing off on you from us.
It could
be.
It could be.
You really want to move to Florida. You really want KFC.
Took my mom to see Last Jedi back when it came out. My mom is a normie, and she hated it almost more than I did.
Wow.
There was this older gentleman that was walking out after Rise of Skywalker, and he turns to me, he's like, "What'd you think?" I'm like, "It was okay." And then he's like, "Yeah, unlike the other one, man, I hated that last one." I'm like, "Yeah, that was shit." He's like, yeah. This guy was old. It bombed because the chef didn't know how to make Kathleen's linguine.
Oh, God.
What?
Happy to see Sith and Figs hanging with you. Theory, super awesome. I actually really liked The Last Jedi right out the theater, but the longer I thought about it, the more I fell apart. It's also sad. Yeah, the same was with me with Rise of Skywalker. This has been a blast watching Theory and seeing my buds on with him.
Patrick.
You guys gel well. Yeah, I like the dynamic, dude. It's very, very pleasant to just have a show with you guys. So
it's natural vibe. We're just fans here.
I've always wanted
it is a really natural vibe. Yeah. Chad Bain gifted 20 Star Wars Theory memberships. Thank you, man.
You can't make me wipe.
Dude, they're
this
like
picture.
Oh no.
Oh my God.
That's what it's like living in Florida, dude. Right
yeah. Okay.
You can't make me wife, especially after KFC.
Oh fuck. Tony and Will get Theory to say "you're."
What up, Ricky?
Yeah,
I'll get there one day.
You gotta hang out in New York a little bit.
Yes, that's where I wanted to do the premiere for episode 2 and 3.
Ooh.
Do it.
I'll
New
be
York
there.
or Cali.
Oh, please do New York. Please do New York.
Yeah, New York's easier to fly there for us.
For the
Florida.
East Coast boys, do New York. It'd be nice.
Oh, so easy for me, man. It's like 2 hours to go to Cali.
Oh, yeah,
you're
right
mad
there.
close.
Yeah.
Just right down.
Yeah.
Plus, the weather's always nice.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's true too.
Yeah.
It is nicer.
So awesome seeing the bros nerded out. Thanks, y'all, for your passionate channels on what we all treasure and love. I got Shin with me tonight. Boy.
What up, Lloyd? Yes.
Hell yeah, my boys. Theory, Shin, and Figs.
J Riz, what up?
Corned beef hash. What's going on, man? Member
Oh,
for
dude,
19
corned
months.
beef
Love
hash
the
is here?
Monday night streams. Move to Texas. I wanted to, but it's just so hot there, I hear.
Yeah. It's like dry.
Yeah, it's
You
that
been
dry
there?
heat.
Yeah. I have to go there for work a couple times a year, and it's not fun.
I like the wet heat. Like
It's
Florida.
better.
Florida, Maui, Fort Lauderdale, Theory, close to Miami.
Yeah.
Where's kind of like a nice part of Miami where there's like nice homes, things like that, by the beach.
Well, you probably would know more since you're down there.
Closer to the beach, though. Like you could go by like Pembroke Pines area. That's like kind of nice. My wife's originally from over by that area. It just depends, dude. It's so spread out, and Miami too. It's like
The Keys.
you'll hit, bro. The Keys. I love going to the Keys,
I've never been. I always wanted to go, man.
bro. The Keys, dude. Everybody is vibing. Everybody's in a good mood. You won't find somebody who's mad at all anywhere, which is wild. You're in Florida. Somebody's always gonna be mad. But like you go over that bridge, dude. The Jimmy Buffett starts playing in your ears, and you're like, "Toes in the water," and you're vibing, dude. It's so much fun. I love going to the Keys.
Damn.
Anybody here from the Keys in Florida? No.
A flamingo angel.
Dynamic here is insane. Please make Rule of 3 a recurring thing. 10 out of 10. Much love. Yeah, I like it, man.
What up, Michael
I'm
Martin?
feeling it.
Having fun.
Good. I'm done pretending to like Ahsoka. We're all just copying and seething. I mean it for real this time. I'm going full dark side. Rise, Knights of Melvin. We should get Melvin on too.
Dude.
The last
That'd
two
be
times
fun.
I was on this show, Melvin was on both times. Every time I would like break through and get on, Melvin was always there just staring at me through his mask, bro.
That's funny. Honestly, I should have been Melvin for Halloween. That would
You
have
could
been
have been.
funny.
Where's his mask
Yeah.
from? I've never seen his mask ever.
I don't
It
know.
looks
maybe...
like an MF Doom mask.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah, maybe.
Like the ones that you get at like Party City. Oh, sorry, Melvin. It's probably a very nice, expensive mask that you wouldn't be able to get at Party City. It's probably fitted to your face.
Or he
Custom
3D
made.
printed it.
It's custom made from tears of shills.
The metal of shield alloy.
I live 45 minutes from Miami and West Palm Beach. 100% recommend.
Yeah.
Love the vibe with y'all boys. Definitely my favorite since Josh left.
Appreciate that.
I appreciate the Gulf Coast more than I like the other coast. You know what I mean? Like this side of Florida where I'm at, it's chill. There's not like crazy waves all the time. Like the water's always nice. It's on the Gulf side. It's pretty cool.
Cool. Star Wars needs to be more than fine. It needs to be exemplary. Damn, I miss when it was exemplary. It's been a while. It has been a while. I remember, you just go watch the prequels or originals. It feels totally different.
Dude, I just watched Phantom Menace this morning and Attack of the Clones, and like the feeling that I got is still the same from back when I first saw them. It's crazy.
Thank you,
The best.
Citadel. Yep, I agree. Totally different. Theory, besides how much chat is loving this trio, how are you liking the vibes and potential of Rule of 3? I love it, man. It's great. I'm still figuring out what I'm going to do, because like, Nerd Theory was on for so many years. And so like, I'm still trying to figure out like what's going to happen, what's going on, what I'm going to do. Am I going to have new guests every week? Am I going to have new co-hosts? Like what's the deal? So I'm just testing it out week by week, figuring it out. And I appreciate you guys, being patient with me while I do this. And yeah,
It's fun seeing you talk to other creators, though. It is really cool.
Yeah. So see how it goes. Do you think Disney will buy a way to silence South Park? No.
Nope.
Nah.
No, man. You can't silence them. Have you seen Charlie Hopkinson's channel where Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon, Anakin, Dooku, Padme, and even Gandalf sit around in Charlie's apartment, eat chips, and watch Star? Is this the deep fake guy?
Probably. Charlie Hopkins.
I don't know. I've
Yeah.
never seen it.
Yeah, I've seen some of his videos. They're funny. Love the chemistry, guys. We need more of this. Thanks,
Matt
Matt.
Boardman.
Yeah, he's working on episode 2.
Oh, nice.
I assume you've seen Around the Galaxy's pop at you about Christian Harloff having to postpone his evening with you. I think Pete Feitzer love. No, who's Pete Feitzer? I also blocked that guy a while ago. So I don't really believe in blocking people. I kept him around for years, but once I realized that he was making, views and stuff off my name constantly, I'm just like, yeah, you know what? I'm just going to cut him off completely. So you'll have to go through another way to talk about it, but that's fine. Teach their own. Everyone's got to eat, right? He's a struggling content creator, but then again, he's got #1 in his podcast bio. So
Never heard of it.
keep talking about me, man. It's all good. What is y'all's favorite? Never heard of him. What is y'all's favorite Star Wars video game? And I don't mean what you think is the best one, but more all-time fave based on experience. Mine is SOTE. SOTE?
Something of the Empire?
Shadows of the Empire.
Shadows of the Empire, yeah.
For me, it's Shadows of the Empire because it's just nostalgic for me. I played that with my dad when I was a kid. And then it would have to be probably Force Unleashed. Really like Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What about you
Fallen
guys?
Order. So I never played Force Unleashed until June this year for the first time in my life ever. And that took it away. Like the story in that game, I had so much fun in the game, just murking everybody. But
Yep.
like that story was epic. So I would say that like for sure.
Mhm.
But Fallen Order is dope too. I like the story in Fallen Order better than Survivor, but I think I had more fun playing Survivor.
Yeah. Force Unleashed was so much fun, dude. I had it on PSP. I remember getting that for Christmas, dude. That was so much fun. I had that and like one Family Guy episode that I would just
Cool.
run through on PSP. And then honestly, the complete saga Lego Star Wars is so much
Oh
fun.
yeah,
dude.
of course, yeah. Can't leave
You're
that.
the
Dude.
Lego guy.
Yeah. But that game is so much fun, dude. And like it's so fun seeing stuff and then in my head I still see like the Lego like level, like Attack of the Clones, dude, and you're in
Yeah.
like the works or whatever, and then you think about like the levels going through that and going on the conveyor belt, jumping on that stuff. I love it, dude.
Yeah.
That's the best one for me.
Oh yeah.
Well, I hope that they're gonna make that Maul game one day. They're pretty cool.
Oh, I would love that, bro. Maul's my favorite character, man. Anything Maul, please give it to me, please.
The acting in Ahsoka show is wooden. It's weird. Thought it was fine.
Yeah.
I think Ahsoka's supposed to act like that until she, kind of like
Cheer it up towards the end.
Goes
exactly.
through her shit.
Yeah.
Making Sabine force sensitive was really stupid. It was forced.
No pun intended, Derek.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of that, to be honest. I wasn't
The
a
only
fan
thing
of
that I was like okay with is that she kept failing a lot and got her ass kicked a lot. I was okay with her using it to pick up the saber. Like, cool, you're about to die by the zombie. But the force push was a little much.
Dude,
like,
what
bro,
the hell?
bro.
Yeah.
like, come on. That was like, bro, come on.
It would have at least been cool if, like, let's say she like struggles to pull it and she pulls it a bit, and like then Ezra sees her struggling and he
It
like
does a
uses
little,
the force
yeah, yep,
to like, give it a little boost.
yeah.
That would have been cool. Yeah, I don't know, dude.
Yeah, push made no sense, man.
Her being a descendant of Tar Vizsla, okay, fine, but
Yeah.
I mean,
There's a lot of stretching there, but it's also like that thing of like everybody has midi-chlorians and everybody is force sensitive if you train hard enough, I guess.
yeah, but not the push. That push was too much.
You got to put on the Rocky theme and just do a bunch of force pushes. And you'll get better.
Ford said he would only do 7 on 2 conditions: to kill him and make Indy 5, but they took like a decade to finally do it, and it was bad.
He said he would
Wokeness?
do that if he did Indy 5.
Yeah,
What?
apparently, I guess.
Whatever.
Wokeness is all about deconstructing social norms, and by extension, it is anti-mythological. You can't modernize myths. You can't. And that's, I think, what the sequel trilogy tried to do a lot. And what I didn't really understand a lot in episode 8 was like the whole, let's free the animals, but the child slaves can.
Yeah. Broom boy, just do whatever you want. Have fun with your broom, bro.
Yeah, what the hell?
What did you think of the whole reboot thing from that guy, that director who was like, "Oh, we need to reboot Star Wars"?
I think it'd be interesting because you can never really reboot it, but it's like rebooting whatchamacallit, the Karate Kid, or rebooting Back to the Future. You'll get a different rendition, but it's not really a true reboot. I think it could be refreshing, could be fun to see. Why not?
Yeah,
do it in like a different time, like away from, create a whole new, not the Empire, not Palpatine, not Vader, not Luke, like just whole new characters, not on Tatooine. Do it like a, I don't know, water planet.
Yeah, that's what that director was saying. He was like, I only want to do Star Wars if I can play with the characters and the toys that I had of like Luke, Chewie, Han, which is like. And the thing that pissed me off though about that is he was like, "Are these characters so hallowed that we can't change them?"
Yeah, we can't.
Like,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, what? One of the most likely the biggest IP in the history of media. You're gonna say that they're not hallowed?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. I know.
Bum.
What's up, Ben? Gotta have the Vader 2 and 3 premiere at the Chinese Theater in Hollywood and make it a super fun event. That'd be cool. I would like to get a massive theater for Vader 2. The problem with Vader 2, and chat, you guys have listened to this too, with Vader Episode 2 is that it's... Some people will really hate me when it comes out because it's like, it's another cliffhanger.
Ooh.
3 is where like everyone will lose their absolute shit. Like, cry, be excited, be mad, be happy, all together. 2 is more so like you're building the story a lot. There's a lot of emphasis on the clones. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of fighting. But it's not nearly what you're going to see in 3. And 3 is like what's going to be the most expensive. So it's...
You're going animated for both, right?
Yeah, animated for both.
How long is episode 2 going to be?
30 minutes.
30 minutes?
Ooh.
Okay.
I'm excited when they're all out to watch them back to back. I think that's what
when I put them all in one. It's probably going to be like an hour, 20 minutes long for the whole
Hell
thing.
yeah.
Oh, nice.
Hour, 10 minutes. Yeah.
That would be a dope screening, is seeing them all like,
3
over like a movie. You know what I mean?
And you have to watch the first 2 to see the third for the first time, like in one sitting.
Oh, that's sick.
I might even go back and remake the first one all CG.
Oh,
Cool.
so it just flows.
Yeah.
I dig that.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. I mean, like, it's just such a learning process for me with all of it. It's just been so interesting, I guess. You could say that, like, I just didn't know what I was getting into when I was creating those movies, and like the people you work with, people you meet, and the things that can be done, and it's a really interesting process.
Is it hard for you when you watch back, like, obviously episode 1, for you to use that as an example, is it hard for you to separate the experience of making it from the final product when you're enjoying it?
No,
or is it kind of like a thing?
No, it's so easy. I'm fully submersed when I watch it.
That's awesome.
The team did such an amazing job with that. But then there's also that other part where like I know what went on behind the scenes for this shot and this and that, and how this was done and everything. But it's full immersion for me.
That's so sick. That's how you know you won.
Yeah,
I did the best that I could at the time, and would I do things differently now? 100%. Would it be better now? Yeah, but maybe that's what it needed at the time. It needed to be a little bit not as flashy as I would want it to be. or not as like clean cut, and the
Yeah.
sets and this and that. Like I would have done things so differently. I would have done so much differently with CGI. I would have done so much more CGI. Would have probably saved money too. Didn't have to do everything so. But that was the thing. I had a director in my ear that was telling me this and that, and we did it how he saw fit, and he did a great job for the first film. But there's now things that I adopted and I want to take and I want to do my own way going forwards. So
it'll be like the Vader special edition of the OT, where George changes it. You go back and you switch some stuff up.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, there were a lot of things that were supposed to be different in that one, like just things I wanted differently that didn't happen, and I can only kind of put that on events and people that were working with me and stuff like that. So like, that window was supposed to be fucking huge, gargantuan, and it's just like this little dinky ass window, and I'm like,
yeah.
Then some of the sets and stuff, you see like the cracks and stuff in between it, and I'm just looking at it, and I'm like, no, dude. There were just little things that you always pick out, but it doesn't detract from the actual whole experience of it when you're watching as a fan, and so that's okay. But I like to be perfectionist with my stuff, so it sometimes it's a little difficult, but I'm glad people enjoyed it. Glad people got to see it when Star Wars was kind of at a shitty time with The Last Jedi, and yeah, I mean, I hope to do that again. I will do that again with episode 2, and then episode 3 will just absolutely take the foot of every hater and doubter and shove it so far up their ass that it'll just come out their mouth and they won't be able to say anything anymore.
Dude, how
so
badass
keeping silent.
Silent
until then.
There you go. You just got to show them, not tell them. How badass did you feel though in the back to tank with like all the makeup on as Anakin, dude? Like as the
very cool
damage Vader. That's got to feel so sick.
Yeah,
really cool.
That was probably awesome.
That was a long day of makeup, and
how long did that take?
Hours.
Really?
Damn.
Hours
it looked good, dude. It looked good.
It did look good. I just it was just everything was so rushed because that day we had to film the Padme and Anakin scene, and so they were doing like a bunch of takes for that, and I'm just like in the back like getting makeup put on and all this, and like we only had maybe like a couple hours left to shoot, and it was just like it was such a mishmash, and the studio time was going right, and it's just like you're paying so much money every minute, and I can't even imagine what it would be like for like real movies, right? But for one guy, it's a lot of money. So
yeah.
I remember they were like, "Hey, your scene's coming up." I'm like running out, and then like the makeup department, she gave me she's like, "Oh, here's your contacts," and I'm like, "Oh shit, yeah," and I'm like trying to like get this thing in my eye. I'm like,
ooh,
I just put it in my eye like that, and I just go, and they're like kind of thick and shit, so I go up there, and then we're just like doing take after take after take, and then there was something wrong with the mask, and then it was so rushed, but we got the shot at the end of the day, and it was good.
It's got to be good memories though.
Yeah, it was great memories, man.
Yeah,
it was such a talented crew of people coming together and making something that was so special to all of us, in the name of Star Wars, and then for fans of my channel and myself, I wanted to see it too, so it was just a very special experience for me.
That's awesome.
Very, very special experience. It was a beautiful experience. Yeah, it was nice. I got to meet a lot of really talented people.
That's sick.
Yeah, it was cool.
That's so cool. I mean, like I said, I love watching those back of like you walking on set as like a live stream and like walking past people, just because like I'm such a fan of the behind the scenes stuff. So
yeah,
seeing you get to like do it yourself is that it's so cool, dude.
Yeah, it was a fun time for sure. How likely is it that KK and Iger get ousted soon? Probably not likely, bro.
Yeah.
We've been saying this for years, man. Every year we think she's gone.
Especially because Iger just signed back on.
Yeah, dude.
He's very new again.
Still wish we could have gotten Star Wars 1313. Yeah, I know, man.
Yeah.
That would have been great.
That's that Coruscant underground game, right?
Yep.
That's what The Mandalorian is based off of, is Underworld. Coruscant Underworld. Supposed to have like George made like 50 episodes for that or something like that. He wrote
that's wild, man.
50 episodes.
Yeah,
it was 50 pages or 50. I think it was 50 episodes.
I think it was 50 episodes. Yeah,
And like
so
in it,
nuts, dude.
there was a rumor from someone at Lucasfilm that apparently Palpatine was like supposed to have a bit of a backstory that like he fell to the dark side because he had a lover who like rejected him, something like that, and like he like full on just raged. And I'm glad they didn't do that because that's just stupid.
Yeah,
God.
the
So
fall of
stupid.
Simp Palpatine.
Literally. What would be your reaction if Star Wars made a show that followed new individual Jedi Knights far before the events of the movies 1 to 9? That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
What do you
The
think?
Acolyte.
Yeah, even before that.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Dude, I was the most excited for Acolyte until I started hearing Leslie Headland open her mouth.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Thanks for that, Will.
Yeah, my fault. Sorry. That's my fault, guys. Sorry about that.
It's not
Sorry,
your
guys.
fault. It's her fucking fault,
Yeah,
man.
she said it.
She said it, dude. Like, God.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Do you think Ahsoka saved Star Wars or too little too late? I mean, it helps.
Yeah, it helps. It didn't save. It made me happy and feel better. But like now, what do we get? Nothing anytime soon.
Skeleton Crew.
Which, I mean, okay.
When is that coming?
Who knows? Sometime next year. There's
was
no
supposed to
like
come in
official
December.
date. It was supposed to be like November this year, but because of all the strikes, it's next year. So
Fuck.
yeah, man, it's the dark times.
I wonder how soon they'll roll all that stuff out after the actors' strike is done. Like once that's done, are we gonna get like
Right away.
trailer, merchandise, marketing? Like I wonder how soon it'll be.
Yeah, probably just gonna bang it all out. Matt, what do you mean you haven't seen it yet? You tell me you haven't seen. Wait. Did Tim send you only half the script? I can't remember.
Uh-oh.
Wait, so does no one actually know what, except for a few people, I guess, that were sent the full thing? But does no one actually know?
Dude, this is a Theory exclusive right now.
Yeah. So are these workers? Are all of? They've only seen episode 2. Is that the case? Hold on, I'm waiting for your reply.
Theory, you could change everything right now. If you're the only one who knows the last episode,
Dude,
you can just do whatever you want.
I am so happy that it's the way it is. I think it is the coolest.
That's sick.
The coolest ending. Fuck, I love it.
Can't wait to see
It
it.
is so good.
What do you think?
I'm tempted to just even like just read the script on screen. Like that's what I want to do. Like and be like, look, just this is my script. This is what's going to happen. This is how I'm going to make it happen. And that's it. But you won't get it for a few years. But I know then people will try to take it and do this and that with it, which is whatever. But I want it to be like fresh and exciting. But at the same time, I still want to like make it like an audio drama.
When do you think you're gonna drop episode 2?
Next year.
Next year? Nice.
They're working on it hard right now, man. Every day.
Are you doing a premiere for 2?
We'll get that before Skeleton Crew.
No, man. It won't be done that soon, I don't think. I'm hoping like the fall or winter of 2024, which would be nice. Nice. But again, could be sooner. Could be summer. I don't know. But they're like building the entire infrastructure of everything right now. They're gonna make it look like the Star Wars: The Old Republic trailers.
Ooh. He replied back, Matt. He said they only sent him the script for 2.
Really?
Yeah, he sent a super chat.
Really?
Bananas. So now Theory is the only one who knows what happens in episode 3 until after
there's a few other guys.
Theory tells Tony and I what happens.
Yeah, it's really special to me. So can't wait.
Stoked.
Definitely, man. You'll be on forever. Reboots are just multiverse variants at this point. It rarely works. Star Wars is big enough to make new stories in universe. No reboots are necessary. That's true. You see Loki season 2 mid-season trailer that came out earlier today. Any predictions on the last 2 episodes coming up? Who has a higher kill count? Anakin as well as Vader lifetime, or Darth Nihilus lifetime, or Malgus? Probably Nihilus, dude. I mean,
that's the one that ate planets, right?
Yeah, that guy ate planets. He's like Star Wars Galactus.
Yeah, he's sucking on worlds. How did the chat with Christian Harloff go? It didn't. Yeah, he said he was gonna give me a new time, but he never did. So I don't know. I guess he's busy.
Animation tumbleweed goes by.
I don't know.
Possibly.
Yeah, who knows?
Once again, you've proved if you'll excuse me.
Yeah, he only sent me script for 2. Crazy, dude.
Wild.
That's wild. What's up, Dirty Nap? What's up, bro? What would you guys say? What would you guys say to a Star Wars setting that every episode starts out in a bar during the High Republic and takes you on random adventures?
It's like Webkids.
Star Wars setting.
As long as it's good.
Bar.
Yeah, I mean, if it's, I don't care. If it's good, it's good.
I don't think I'd be interested in that.
In a bar? It's like visions, but they all start off drinking.
Yeah, I don't really care.
As long as Sid's there, who's the one running the bar. That's
my
really
God, I hate Sid.
Oh. And even more, just part 1 of episode 2, so my script only goes to page 12. Really?
Damn, Matt.
Oh my God. Dude, episode 2 is like 35 pages. That's crazy.
That's sick.
Oh, no, wait. No, what am I saying? No, episode 2 is not 35 pages. Is it 35 pages? No, the whole script is, I think, 35 pages. Something like that. I'm confused now.
How long did it take you to write the script?
Years.
Like years?
Literally fucking years, man.
That's wild.
Because I would constantly go in and change stuff. And then I'd hire people. I'd have people on that were always trying to change the goddamn script.
Oh.
They were
so
always
to
trying
like
to change
their
the
way?
story. Always trying to change the story. Like, what if we do this? What if we do that? And like this one guy I recently had hired, and he no longer works on it. He's like, I wanted to... he's like, I aspire to be a screenwriter. I'm like, oh, cool, man. Well, maybe, we can help with these. Like, so would you be interested in me, like, writing stuff? I'm like, I mean, you can come up with ideas if it's cool. Like, I'll put you on a screenwriter. That's fine. Then he starts, like, arguing with me about the ending. And this like, what if we do this? And what if we do that? And he's making it cheesy. And I'm like, dude, I don't want that. Like, I hired you for VFX. Like, let's just stick to that. And then keeps going back and forth. What if we do this?
Ugh.
No, I'm not changing the fucking ending to the story. It gets me so angry. I'm like, dude, everyone kept trying to meddle with it. It was so frustrating to me. I'm like, why? Why do they keep trying to change stuff? I'm like, I don't know. Maybe they're just so passionate about Star Wars that they like to have their own opinion or something. But it just always seemed like it was coming from a different place for me, and I was like, this doesn't feel right. So yeah, I don't know. But the thing is, like, it opened up a lot of doors for a lot of people that worked on it. Like, I remember the director Ron Howard saw it, and he reached out to the director, and he invited him to have a meeting with him.
Wow.
With his people. So it definitely does, you put your name on it, it will get out there. And if you're in the industry, like, it'll for sure, maybe not anymore because they're like, oh, you're involved with Theory. We don't want you. But that's maybe for Disney. But yeah, I don't know. I hope everyone working on it now is really passionate about it. I don't know all the people that do work on it, but there's one guy that I trust, Tim, who has been exemplary since the start and is literally like the reason everything is flowing as nicely as it is. And he hired guys like Matt. Matt came in and has been doing an amazing job, and everyone else that I know of. And then I just get invoices at this point from people. I'm like, oh, who's this guy? Who's this guy? What's this guy doing? And those are just invoices from people that have been working on it. And we have like a new person every week pretty much for different tasks. So all over the world.
Takes a village.
Yep. Yep. But as a VFX artist, I'm used to working with limited info. I'm just grateful to be a part of it and to help bring it to life. Oh, Matt, man, I'll show you the full thing. I think you'll really enjoy it.
Wow.
You haven't seen episode 2, honestly, is like compared to episode 3 is boring as shit.
Huh.
Not really, but it's
important. It's important. Like, you wouldn't have put it in there if it didn't make sense to set up 3, you know what I mean?
No, dude, it's like Mace is coming in. Mace comes in this one.
Yeah.
And it shows not so much all Vader, it shows much more of the clones, and it shows much more of Mace and the Jedi.
Yeah.
That's
And then the
sick.
third one is Vader, Mace, Jedi.
Dude. I
So,
love seeing when people like
there's parts to this. There's levels to it.
dude, my favorite thing when I swipe through like Star Wars videos is seeing like the compilations of like a TikTok
Yeah.
and then it'll be like your CG animations in there as like Vader.
Yeah.
I think you
yeah.
posted one the other day. Like
Yeah.
you reposted one. It's funny, dude. Because
Yeah.
like people see that and they're like, oh, this is just good. And like just separate from everything. It's like this is just good media. So that's
Yeah.
huge W.
I wish they would tag me though. Because there's
It's
so many
weird that
people
they
in the
don't.
comments being like, because they
Yeah.
fucking hate me.
Yeah, it's just weird to use your stuff
it's-
without telling you though.
But that's the you know. Well, he makes money. He fuck him. That's how it works now. That's how it is. In the beginning, you know, everyone was just so supportive and so kind and so loving, and it was just like really cool.
Yeah.
To be making content and stuff because everyone's just so nice. But now it's like at the point where, you know, F him because he's got this and that, and it's like, well, didn't happen overnight, man. Like anybody could do it.
Yep.
I just have a
Yep.
YouTube channel about Star Wars. Like, everybody could do it, literally.
Yeah.
Look at you guys. You guys are doing it.
Trying, dude.
Yep.
Do or do not. There is no try.
Ah.
No, you're doing good, man. You guys are doing great. And what you're doing differently than what I did was that you're incorporating TikTok. I didn't have that back then. It didn't exist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, you know, and reels and this and that. Those didn't exist, man.
Yeah, that's a
True.
huge help. Like literally every video I make, I cut it up into a TikTok, a reel, a short, and put it on everything.
Yep.
And sometimes it hits on other platforms, sometimes it doesn't, but it's just recycled content. Like they call me Captain Planet sometimes, so it happens.
Captain Planet, why?
Tony,
'Cause I'm
nobody's
re- 'cause I'm
ever called you
recycling.
Captain Planet.
Because I'm recycling all my long form content.
Oh, my God. They just call you Europe. Fuck.
Oh God.
So yeah, my mom's German, and she said in Europe they have like literally a basket for everything, like
Yeah.
everything. There's like a colored bin for everything that you got to recycle: glass, plastic, different
Oh my
type of
God.
plastic, different type of paper, different type of milk carton, newspaper, whatever. It's just there's like a bin
Wild.
for everything. Yeah, they recycle like crazy over there.
I couldn't believe how clean Victoria was when I was there. That was something that was like walking by the waterfront and all that stuff,
Yeah,
dude.
pretty clean.
It's so clean. Like
The
compared
air
to
is
like,
really clean.
yeah, go to New
Yeah.
York and it's like rotting trash
Never
bags.
been. Never
Dude,
been.
you've never been to New York City?
No.
Oh,
My dream
Theory.
is I would love to live in a high rise in New York, overlooking like Manhattan or some shit.
You got to experience. Like I was born and raised in New York for the first 15 years of my life. You definitely got to go, man. It's
I know.
yeah, man. It's New York, man.
I know.
It's the coolest feeling.
For years, man, always wanted to like live in a high rise in New York, just overlooking the city.
It's fun, dude. It's such
Floor
a
to ceiling
cool
windows.
place.
I would love that. Like you know those TikToks that pop up. It's like AI whatever renditions of. Do those ever pop up for you? Of like cities of apartments. Yeah, but
yeah,
like,
I see the apartment ones.
Yeah.
Dude.
And they look crazy. Like this is a $50 million apartment that it's over Central Park in New York, and it looks crazy.
It doesn't even show that. It doesn't even. It's just like over a city or overlooking a city or whatever. And I'm just like, dude, like God, I want to live there so bad.
Would you be able to do that though without like land around you and like you think of like because New York is landlocked. Like you're in the
100%.
city, you're in the city.
100% I could do that.
Yeah.
100% I could do that. I mean, I got 2 dogs now, so it's like I can't.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, well, let's say I make enough money where I could go buy a place like that in New York, just bounce there for like 5 months, 6 months.
True.
And just have my mom live here for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or whoever, whatever. So it's like,
that's sick.
Yeah. Hope to see more Diamond Figs. Remind me of myself. I grew up watching BTS of movies. I haven't been able to pursue my dream due to not having the finances. Family has been unsupportive of it.
Frostmore, I'm sure your family's great. Fuck that. Do what you're going to do, dude. Just do what you're going to do.
I sense something. It's a darkness that has just befallen us.
Okay.
Do you guys feel that?
I feel like the next block we're going to see is going to be primarily a red background.
It's just very cold. It just became very cold everywhere. Chat, do you guys feel this? Do you feel this coldness?
He should have his
I
own
don't
intro,
know.
dude.
It's just extremely dark, chilly.
Hello there, this is Darth Melvin, leader of the Knights of Melvin. What's up, guys?
What up, Melvin?
Melvin.
Just here to chill, you know. I don't think I'm gonna rage much. Maybe it depends what we talk about.
Yeah, well, we were talking about the Gina Twitter post. We were talking about like Star Wars in general, and like maybe
South
Apple
Park
buying it. Yeah, South Park.
Oh yeah, they roasted Kathleen Kennedy and Disney.
Yeah, but did you see what the shills are saying? The shills are saying that they're roasting us.
I do think they took a mild shot at like people that care, I think, too much about it and are giving Kathleen Kennedy hate, but like really they're not shitting on people like that. They're shitting on Kathleen Kennedy and Disney.
Yeah, so I thought.
So it's like the shills are really twisting that. It's
Yeah.
like you shouldn't be an Eric Cartman like writing her like how many letters do you write? Like thousands of letters?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
It's
like
Stan.
Yeah.
you know that's what they mean by that.
Yeah. No, I know. What do you think of Gina's tweet?
I thought it was very good, and I'm very curious to see what else Disney told her. You know, told her to unfollow accounts. Really, just trying to micromanage her life, and
Yep.
Yeah, it's gonna be really interesting to see what she has to say.
Yep, I know. There's a lot that, well, not a lot, but there's some stuff that Jay's told me that I'm just like, geez, dude, it's crazy. But I'd love to have her here on the show someday. That'd be nice.
Jay
She's
is very
interested.
wise. He knows all.
Jay knows all, dude. Jay knows all, sees all, but plays like he doesn't. I think he might be secretly a Disney shill because he's always at the parks. Might be a Sith infiltrator. You never know. Playing both sides.
I really wanted to see him get on the shill cruiser, but you know that didn't happen.
The shill cruiser. Oh my god.
That would have been top tier Star Wars content.
Yeah.
Like, especially if you joined them theory.
Dude, that would have been
great.
Oh my god.
I would have loved that. I don't want to stay there overnight though.
Yeah.
That's still too much for me.
The first night it'd probably go out of my mind.
Yeah. I feel like Gina's about to unload all the detail of what went down. It's coming. Maybe.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get more.
Wow, that'd be nice. Maybe, you know.
It sounds like it's coming.
Yeah, that'd be great. Do you have a way to contact Gina? I mean, we're both friends on social media. I've talked to her a few times in DMs, but nothing like long, really. But she's friends with Jay. She's very close with Jay. Jay and Gina on Star Cruiser cosplay as Mando and Cara.
Oh,
wowzers!
God,
that would have been awesome.
Wow,
that would have been great.
Wow,
that would have been great. Yeah.
You probably couldn't pay her enough to put that costume back on, dude. There's no way.
I think the costume means a lot to her and a lot of people.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think she would love to wear that again. But I mean, I don't know how that works with contract stuff. Like, can you dress up as your own character if it's owned by them? I don't know. I don't even know how that works.
Yeah, is it considered cosplay? If you're
yeah,
well,
she's just cosplay as herself.
Can you guys go spam Jay right now on Twitter and tell him to come on? I'll send him the link.
or he was in the chat earlier.
Was he? I didn't even see him.
Yeah, he was in the chat earlier. Drunk 3PO, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can you guys go spam Drunk 3PO on Twitter and...
I've been trying to get Jay on my channel for a while, but he's a busy guy.
Yeah, he's always busy hanging out with Gina.
Yeah, I think he was chiming in when you were talking about moving to Florida or about living in Florida. I thought I saw something about because he's in Orlando, isn't he?
So, yeah.
Theory, you got to move to Florida. I want to move the Melvin operation down to Florida.
Yeah, I want to move to Florida
HQ,
too.
baby.
Everybody's gonna be out here.
Yeah, I honestly want to move there, dude. I think it's the place I belong. I just felt better there. I liked it more.
Melvin's actually Kathy. Damn. Confirmed?
Hell no.
We'll never know.
I guess we'll never know.
No, I'm
We'll never
actually
know.
Jay. That's why he's not going to show up on the stream.
When are you? I think Melvin, you said you're going to do a face reveal at 100K.
Yep.
All right.
Ooh.
Let's get
Gonna be
Melvin to
good.
100K.
Damn.
100K. Then all the ladies can be flowing to the fucking channel.
Oh my
Darth
god.
Melvin's sex symbol.
All right, I'm not trying to
Get
be
ready.
canceled again here, okay? They're going to blame me for everything.
Melvin, would you leave it red like that, or and the hood just no mask, or like what would the situation be?
No, it would just look normal.
Cool.
Yeah, I'd look like Jay. Florida is the Nalheta of Earth. It's kind of the Nar Shaddaa. I remember I was talking to Mark about it, and he's like, it's literally the Wild West out here. It's Tatooine.
Yeah, dude.
It is, bro. It is.
You guys all in Florida?
Me and Will
Tony,
are.
huh?
Yeah.
Melvin, are you? Well, I guess you can't disclose that information.
Yeah, I would get a lot of like angry shills showing up to my apartment.
Melvin's in an undisclosed bunker underground.
We'll
Doing
just
all
say
this.
where I live, it's cold.
He's in another galaxy.
Alaska.
Who's Anna?
I don't know. Maybe someone in the chat.
I don't know.
I don't see any Anna.
Some shill, I guess.
Skay, so I was asking the boys here what their plans are with the channel. Melvin, what's your plan?
My plan is to become full-time YouTuber. That is the goal.
Nice.
Want to expand the Melvin brand. I got other channels working on. So really, the foundation is avenging Star Wars, not accepting Disney as canon. And I don't know how that's going to go over the next few years, whether it we succeed or Disney produces good content and can't really avenge Star Wars anymore because no one cares. But I'm going to build the brand. I'm going to have backup just in case. And
Good.
I'm prepared for whatever happens.
Good. I think that's a good move, man. For sure. I like your content. I think a lot of it's really fun. It's really good and well made, well edited, and you're how many subs now? 7,000?
Yeah, about there.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I found once I got to 10,000, things started to move. That's when things really started to make a difference. And then I noticed that 50,000 was when it was okay, this is actually happening.
That'd be nice.
Oh, it'll happen, dude. Are you doing clips too? Shorts?
Little bits. I'm trying to clip some of my stuff from my older streams, but it's just kind of a bitch to do. Kind of
I
boring.
know it takes forever.
Yeah.
Try to get some of the knights to do it if they can.
Nah, I'm probably gonna. I like to do everything myself.
Yeah, I know.
That's the great thing about YouTube.
Yep.
Yeah, I know. It's and a lot of people don't get that. It's you got to be your own publicist, your own marketer, your own
Everything.
writer, your own editor, your own talent. It's you literally have to do everything. But whereas
It's good trial by
actors
fire,
and
though.
yeah, actors, they have everybody doing everything for them. So it's they have a whole team.
Oh my god.
To the whip and nay nay.
Does he mean OnlyFans? that's coming later, guys.
Gonna sub to everyone here. Y'all are true Star Wars fans who care about Lucas's vision. Keep up the amazing work. Thanks, Guts.
Appreciate that.
Guts.
Play the new Duel of the Fates Melvin dropped. It's a banger.
Oh, he'll get copyright claimed.
Do I get copyright claim for anything? Stream block. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. All right, chat. I think pretty much we're done here for the night. 2.5 hour stream. Really enjoyed the dynamic with you boys. They'll be back for sure. Again, still figuring out what I'm going to do. If I'm going to do a co-host kind of thing, or if I'm going to do a new guest every week. I kind of would prefer to have someone that's regular. So if you guys are down for the boys being on as regulars, hit the like button. Let me see it. Let me see the support. And I'll catch you guys next week, next Monday, and of course in tomorrow's video. And we'll do some more streams going forwards because Star Wars is pretty dry as F right now for the next while. So we're going to have to kind of go back to the old formula here. Back to formula. And yeah, love you guys. Thanks for reading my member milestone. Psh. Congratulations on the milestone. Thank you so much for being a member, man. I appreciate it. So I'm sorry. I didn't see it. Like, fuck me, right?
Is it possible to learn this power?
Anyways, love you guys. We'll catch you later. Catch you next week. Boop, boop, boop.
I'm not the Jedi I should be. I want more. And I know I shouldn't. And you're sounding like a separatist.